All right, I lost track of how many days straight we've been going live doing these drafts, but we're back again today, and we're in a different location, obviously. Had to help my parents out a little bit, so I'm over at their place watching their dogs while they're out in Ohio right now, but that does not change plans. We are still going through live drafts today for 2026 fantasy football, and we're going to hop right into the puppy draft. We're not going to waste time. $5 entry if you want in on this action, turning $5 into 100K. It's not easy, but it's done every single year, and I want you to have the option to do it. So go to the link in the description if you want in and utilize that code that's there as well to get in on this. You'll play it once. Underdog gives you back $50 into your account after you play it just once. So they'll throw free money at you. And then in addition, if I hit 40 signups on Underdog before June 17th, I will give away 10 free hats. So you have a 1 in 4 chance of a free hat from me right at your doorstep. You'll also get free money back from Underdog right into your account. No questions asked. So it is a no-brainer deal that I am running right now. So if you want a free hat, try it out. And if there's another way you want to get a free hat, there is another way. You can like the video. If today is the day, we're shooting for 100 likes on the stream. If today is the day, I will give away 2 free hats live today. And if you are subscribed, you can get one of those free hats. So make sure you go down there, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, try to get me to 30K ASAP. And we are sitting here at the 101 today. How about that? How about that? Money ain't a thing. Good to see you in here. Big background change. Yeah, not my house. So I came over here to my parents' house around noon today. So a couple hours ago, I'm watching their dogs while they're out of town. They're in Ohio helping my grandma move out of her house. So they are, just kind of counting on me to keep things afloat around here for them while they're gone. So I'm over here hanging out with their dogs, which I love. I'm a big dog guy, so no problem for me. I was talking the other day about how many shares of Bijan I have rather than Gibbs. So I do think that I've got to get my Gibbs share up. So Gibbs at the 101 is pretty much a no-brainer for me personally. I'm totally good with that. So sitting at the 101, I'm in an unfamiliar position, not usually at the 101, so we're going to make a different team today. I can tell you guys that. Armando Chavez, what's going on, man? Good to see you. If I am drafting at the 109 out of 10, would it be reaching for Hampton if I pick him at the 202, or should I just get a more established player like Cook, Barkley, or Achane? I mean, people are going to consider it a reach either way, but at the end of the day, not only am I big on Hampton, I'm always a big proponent for trust your gut. Like, I don't like it when people call me an expert necessarily, because I'm a dude who loves football and I'm a junkie, and I think my opinions are good and well-informed. But at the end of the day, you shouldn't just blindly trust someone with your own team. So I'm here to give my input, and I really do like Hampton a lot. So I can justify taking Hampton all day at the 202. I don't know if I necessarily would. I honestly probably would if it was my team because I believe in him that much, but it's probably going to be considered a reach. But does that mean you shouldn't do it? No. I personally might do it depending on the format and depending on where I felt about my team after the first round pick. So, yeah, I mean, I really like Hampton. It would be a reach in many people's eyes, but I don't really care about what other people think. So I'm totally fine with that. Good question, though, because Hampton, I mean, you just see him go with the 202 here. So, how likely is it that that's going to be what his price is in your 10-man league come August? I don't know, but I'm fine with it. Coffeeholic, good to see you in here. Nice, Ohio. I was born in Cincinnati, but I'm in Kansas City now. How is Kansas City? I've never been there, but my mom was born in Dayton, Ohio area, and that's where my grandma lives, like just small town outside of Dayton. And she just gotten to the point where she's a little older and she's not as with it, and had an accident recently, so she's kind of going into like a retirement community type of place. So that's what they're helping up there with. That's why I'm over here at their house. This was actually the old background when I used to live with my parents. The guitar background, this was the old background. Hallie Lyon, what's going on, man? Good to see you in here. New draft room and number 1 pick to start. It's a good day, baby. It's Wednesday, man. We're enjoying life. We're out here in the beautiful hill country, which it's good to get out of the city of San Antonio. And we got the 101, dude. What could be better? All right. Well, we can get Josh Allen and do a stack situation. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to grab Pickens. And I actually heard a rumor that the Bills may trade for George Pickens if the Cowboys were to trade him. So maybe this is a stack opportunity right here with Josh Allen and George Pickens. Who knows? Stranger things have happened, I can tell you that much. But we're going to try to follow either this draft strategy right here, or we'll follow this one. So we'll see if Loveland is available. Honestly, I might just go with this one, though. This is a better advance rate. So I am going to just go with wide receiver 2, wide receiver 3, rounds 4 and 5. But I like this start. And it might be a sneaky stack. It might be interesting. Money Ain't a Thing said, didn't take Scotty Scheffler at the 101. Team is dead. Dude, I would take him at the 101 in the Albatross for sure. Golfers in here, 2 things for you. Number 1, who is your pick this week for the PGA Championship? Think I'm going Cam Young. He's just been playing too good right now. My dad went with Bryson. And number 2, I've been kind of teasing this for a while. I am starting a golf channel, and the first golf video is either coming out tomorrow or Friday. So stay tuned if you want to watch really bad golf and if you just want to get a good laugh, because we are front 9. Oh, dude, you'll be embarrassed to see what my score is. It's crazy, but I love the game of golf. It's my off-season sport, so we're making a channel out of it and seeing how it goes. Ski Bid Ultron, what's going on? What's your thoughts on Scary Terry? Sleeper pick this season? Oh, definitely. Yeah, I wouldn't say sleeper necessarily. This is kind of like his draft range in these drafts is basically around where I would draft him personally. So I don't know if I'd call him a sleeper necessarily, but I do think that his price is good. And I've taken him a couple times. Like, as long as him and Jaden stay healthy, I think that they both have a lot of upside. I mean, we just saw Terry do top 10 finish 2 years ago when him and Jaden were healthy. And if they're both healthy again, I could see them doing it all over again. By the way, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Help this be the day where we give away 2 free hats live. And that only happens if there's 100 likes on this video and you're subscribed to the channel. Armando Chavez says, thank you, brother. I really like him. I drafted him in the 3rd round last year, which was my mistake. You're not the only one, man. I would have taken him there too. I was big on him last year as well. Seems like all the players I draft the year prior always go off the next year. You know what they say? Never wrong, just early. And that's what we are on Amari and Hampton this year. I can tell you that much. I could definitely tell you that much. So we're going to go wide receiver, and one of those guys will be DJ Moore if he's available. And DJ is available. And I'm also going to go with I'm going to go with Rome just because I love Rome. But we fulfilled the draft strategy, and I'm hopeful that this team could be a big winner right here because this is one of the top draft strategies in underdog history. RB1 round 1, wide receiver 1 round 2, QB1 round 3, wide receiver 2 round 4, and wide receiver 3 round 5. Historical playoff advancement rate of 24.8%. That's insanely good. 4.35% advancement rate to the semis is unbelievably good. May not sound good, it is. And it's 0.24% chance to advance to the finals. Again, unbelievably great. So we're pretty hopeful that things end up working out for us. And this could be a really good team. So let me know what you think of this build so far. Jahmyr Gibbs, George Pickens, Josh Allen, DJ Moore to stack, and Rome Odunze. Let's see what else we got going on in here. Coffee Holic, good to see you. Kansas City is nice. It's a big barbecue city. That's what it's known for here. Oh, yeah, that's right. It is a known barbecue city. Yeah, Kansas City is definitely known for barbecue. Obviously, down in Texas where I live, known for barbecue as well. So you can get some good barbecue spots down here. What's the weather like most of the time? Like, during this time of year, is it nice over there? Because I think my wife said she would want to go to Kansas City for whatever reason. Some sort of museum over there. I don't know. I'm not a museum guy. Skibid Ultron, disclaimer, do not draft Zay Flowers. Bro sucks from weeks 3 to 5. I don't know. You definitely have a point as far as like his wide receiver 7 finish, I think it was, is deceiving from last year. Because the dude was largely just the same player through the first, 3 months of the season. And then he had like a blow-up game, or blow-up couple games. And that's what really skewed his numbers. But I do have some research that would possibly indicate that he could be a breakout player this year. So I trust my research. I'm not out on Zay Flowers. Would I take him in a redraft league? Maybe. But best ball, I'm fine with it. Coffee Hog. Dayton is about an hour north of Cincy. And I have been there before for the Wright-Patterson Air Force Museum. That's interesting. Yeah, it's really close to Cincy. I've got uncles and aunts and cousins who live in Cincinnati, so we've been to Cincinnati several times. Usually when we're in Ohio visiting my grandma, my mom's side of the family, we'll go see my dad's side of the family, who a lot of them live in like the Cincinnati area, and then the other half of that family lives in like the Pittsburgh area. So yeah, I've been to Ohio a lot in my life and been to Cincinnati plenty of times. Money ain't a thing. I've drafted a fair amount of scrambles and albatrosses. Just looking forward to a good tournament. Not planning on doing DFS, just rooting for my team still going. So that's good that you advanced in the albatross. I drafted 3 albatross teams and none of them made it. So kind of a bummer, but I'm in the same boat. I'm really just hoping for a good tournament. I'm hoping that it's more competitive than the Masters were. Even though the Masters were competitive, I'm not a Rory guy. Don't really like Rory. And watching him win again was kind of like nails on a chalkboard for me. And the amount of glazing they do on the broadcast of him is so annoying. So I'm hoping that I really like Cam Young. I really like Bryson too. I'm worried about those live guys right now, man. Worried about those live guys. Their future's kind of up in the air. They seem distracted. But mostly all in all, I'm still on the same page as you. I just want a good tournament. What do I do? Do I go Caleb and just round out the stack? Caleb or Dak? I'm gonna go with Ramondre here, and then you know what? I am gonna go with Caleb. No more quarterbacks. We got 2 good stack options right here. Possibly a super stack if Pickens goes to Buffalo. That could be an interesting one. But I like this team so far. Big on this one. Skibid Ultron. How about them Cowboys? I'm in cowboy country, man. We're like some of the outliers in Texas because when I was growing up, people were always like, "You're a Cowboys fan, right?" And I was like, "No, I'm a Steelers fan." They're like, "You're not from around here, are you?" And I'm like, "Oh, I was born and raised here. Doesn't mean I have to like the Cowboys." Kawasu, good to see you in here, man. Am I a guitar player? No. Tried it a couple times in life. Never picked it up and took it seriously enough. Like I said earlier, I'm at my parents' house right now because they had to go to Ohio to help my grandma move out. So I'm watching their dogs for a little bit. And so I'll be here for the next couple days. Probably closer to a week. I'll be here. But yeah, this is not my place. My wife is back home at our house with our living alarm detector, which is our dog. And yeah, I'll be here for the next several days. So you can expect to see this background moving forward for a couple days. Money ain't a thing. When drafting my best ball quarterbacks, I like to take risks. All or nothing, baby. See, I like that. See, this is why I like you, Money ain't a thing. We're both risk takers. I'm a risk-taking dude in real life, and it translates into fantasy football. I'm a risk taker as well. And that's why we just get along. And you know that I like to talk shit. And I don't get offended by shit talking. It's all good. It's all in good fun. Roni Baloney. Rom. Ooh. Yeah, that's the thing. Like I said, I'm just kind of out on the Live guys right now just because, Live with the uncertainty with Piff pulling the funding, it's like they seemed distracted at the Masters, and they still seem a little distracted. Now, my dad, he's a regular Live watcher because he loves Bryson, he loves Rom. So he was like watching over the weekend, and Bryson did look good. So he picked Bryson. I'm not going to pick them in majors, especially if I'm putting money down on the guys. I'll put money down on Cam Young, but that's about it. Maybe I'll do like a deeper shot on Jordan Spieth, but I would love to see it. Money anything. Half of my comments are sarcastic as hell. Glad you could tell. Dude, I'm from a very sarcastic family. That's how I grew up, man. Talking shit is the way we do things around here, man. It's all in good fun. That's why I appreciate the banter. All right, we're done with quarterbacks. We would like to go with the tight end sooner than later. Do I want to go with Pitts, though? I'll tell you what I would like to do is go with Monangai. Would be happy to go with Kyle Monangai. But I don't think he'll make it. So we'll just probably have to plan for another course of action. Okay, we do get Monangai, which is sweet. So Monangai is one of the guys we're going to get. And then either Golden or Pittman. I'll make a game time call. I don't want to go with the tight end yet. I think I might just wait for Kincaid. I'm going to go with Golden. I've been taking Golden a decent amount. So I like this team. This is a good team. Much better than the one we ended off on last night. Last night was not good. Kawasu, once the schedule releases tomorrow, will that change your draft strategies to combat bye weeks? Inevitably, the schedule change dropping always does change things. Like, I'm not going to, like, for example, if quarterbacks I've been drafting a lot, like Josh Allen, Cam Ward, Jordan Love, if all three of those guys have the same bye week, then obviously I'm not going to target those guys on the same team. Now, doesn't mean I'm going to avoid them altogether, but I'm not going to try to pair them with each other. So yeah, inevitably, like, the draft strategy does change to a certain extent when you know the bye weeks, because I don't want to have a week where none of my quarterbacks score, or none of my tight ends score, or none of my running backs score. So it inevitably does change it, but I wouldn't say it doesn't change it to like a drastic amount. I can live with a quarterback or a tight end having the same bye week and not scoring for the week in best ball because it just doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things if my team is dominant. But I wouldn't say I'll be targeting that necessarily. Money and a Thing said Rom looks depressed as hell. His PGA Championship press conference sounded like he was reading his obituary. Yeah, dude, he's been doing press conferences and it looks like he's at a wake. Like, I've seen some of them, and, you know, he's been talking a lot about, like, his live contract and how he's basically stuck. Like, because they signed him for an extraordinary amount of money, became one of the top 5 richest golfers of all time, like, within a minute. And, I mean, it looks like he's locked in, they're falling apart, and he can't say too much. And honestly, I do kind of think, like, I am not anti-live. I think the anti-live crowd is annoying. But I do think that Rahm in particular has just not been the same since he left the PGA. I'm not pro PGA over live. I think a lot of those PGA guys who took the moral high ground are really annoying. But I will say, like, Jon Rahm has not been the same since live. So... yeah, man, it's a little depressing because Rahm, dude, like, when he's on, look out, bro. He's a damn good golfer. Okay, we're going to get Rashad White. And did Dalton Kincaid go? No, Kincaid's still out there. There he is. There you are. There he is. Gadsden is on. Interesting development. Gadsden is the tight end 13 now. Yesterday, he was at the tight end 10. One day changed his ADP drastically. That's a more comfy price. Mojo Rising. What's going on, man? What are your top 5 teams you would want to have their players? The Bengals are definitely up there. The Cowboys I would probably put in there as well. The Bears have become one of those teams. The Bills, mainly Josh Allen, mainly James Cook, mainly DJ Moore. The Rams with Puka for sure. Outside of that, gets a little bit thinner. I would definitely say the Bengals, the Bills, the Bears, and the Cowboys for sure. Who else do I really like? I've been big on New Orleans a little bit, getting some of their guys. I do think New Orleans offense will be pretty good. I'm trying to go through the teams in my head. Patriots, I do like taking their guys as well. I like Tennessee's guys at value. Yeah, I would probably say Bears, Bills, Cowboys, Bengals, and either Rams or the Chiefs. I would say round out the top 5. That's a good question. I definitely have a top 4. The 5th one is kind of up for debate still. Roni Baloney said, I'd be depressed too with all that money. I know, right? Yeah, the reports were he got anywhere between like 300 to 600 mil. I mean, that dude changed his kids' lives. So, can't be that upset. Kawasu said, going from underdog drafts to sleeper mock drafts, the values are insane. I've seen Njoku going above Gadsden. Whoa! See, this is why I don't understand the redraft community sometimes, and I am from the redraft community. But I just think best ball, and I get it, they're two different things. Best ball and redraft, they're not the same. But in my opinion, the best ball community tends to be, and this is no shade to redraft only guys, the best ball guys tend to be sharper when it comes to the real values. Like, I think that there's egregiously good values on ESPN every year, Yahoo every year, and sleeper every year. And not to say that there's not egregiously awesome values in best ball, but I do tend to find myself thinking, man, like, how do people not see this in redraft leagues? Whereas in best ball, that guy is valued 2 to 3 rounds higher. So it is, you're right, it is a wild, wild transition. Michael Moulton, good to see you in here, man. Appreciate you joining me today. And if you guys are still watching and have not liked the video, change that right now, because I want this to be the day where we give away 2 free hats live. Like the video, help me get to 100 likes, subscribe to the channel, give yourself a chance of winning a free hat, and help me get to 30K subs ASAP. And we'll hop into another puppy draft after this. Try to get some people in on it. Okay, let's see. You know what I'm tempted to do? People should know what I'm tempted to do. And I'm going to do it. I'm going back to the well with Woody Marks. And that'll be it for running backs. So I'm also going to grab Chig. I've been on a Chig run recently, man. I hope that does not bite me at the end of the day. I fear that it could, though. I'm hopeful, but I'm a little fearful that Chig might bite me. But I know people really like him. Michael Moulton, which draft are you doing next? Hopefully I can get on the same draft. Yeah, we'll go with the puppy next if people want to. The only reason obviously I like Best Ball Mania better. Not that the puppy's not great, but Best Ball Mania, you can win $2 million versus $100K in the puppy. The thing with the puppy is that it just fills up the lobby a lot faster. So we'll try to go into the puppy draft and try to get as many people in here. But if that doesn't work, then the following draft we'll do after the next one, we'll go back into Best Ball Mania. So we'll try for the puppy next, though. Kowasu, that Woody pick shocked me. Oh, I'm sure it did. I'm sure you're blown away by my Woody Marks pick. Michael Moulton, LOL, fight on with Woody. Fight with Woody, dude. Justice for Woody. That's what the channel's slogan is going to be in 2026. Hallie Lyon said, I'm down for a puppy. We'll try to get in. Heck yeah, dude. Yeah, we'll try to go for the puppy. And let me know what else you guys got going on, man. How's y'all's day going? How's the week going? And let me know what other football questions we could talk about. I'm fiending to talk ball. And for the golfers in here, man, it's always good to talk golf. I appreciate that we've got some golfers in here. And again, stay tuned if you want to watch. If you're into golf, you'll get a kick out of this channel I'm going to start. And if you want to watch just funny stuff and get a good laugh, you'll also get a good laugh out of the golf video because, oh my goodness, we were bad. We were bad at golf last week. So stay tuned for the details because that video will be coming out next 1 to 2 days. So Daniel Cutter, what's going on, man? Good to see you in here. Down for a puppy, new subscriber. Heck yeah, dude. Appreciate that. And I would love to get into the puppy with all of you guys next draft. So that's exactly what we'll try to do. Okay, Brian Robinson went Tyler Algier, Tyjae Spears, so there's still receivers available that I really like. And I think people know where I'm leaning as of right now. Just a hunch, I think people know where I'm going. Am I going to change it up today? That's the real question. Is there a chance I'll change things up? There is a chance. I've been telling people I'm going to pick Dalton Schultz as my third tight end, and I'm going to do it today if he's available. I'll go in on the Dallas offense since I already have Pickens. And I'm going to pass on Tyreek today. I know people are going to be freaking shocked when they see I pass up on the trusted Tyreek Hill pick, but I'm going to do it. I'll go Schultz, and I'll go Ryan Flanoy. So done with tight ends, wide receivers to round us out, and I know exactly what my plan is. Skylar Bell. Money anything, if you're in here, you're going to love this one. Keon Coleman, since I have Josh Allen. And Xavier Thomas, since I have Caleb. Those are my last 3 receivers that we'll plan on. Money anything says Commanders are still live to sign a capable vet, which could hurt Chig's outlook. You're basically just betting Commanders don't sign another wide receiver, which is a solid bet. It's kind of the same bet that we took with Gadsden for a while, and it doesn't look like that's going to pay off very well because I drafted a lot of Gadsden. I was really enjoying Gadsden's price for a while. Definitely was bummed to see them sign Njoku. Not that it's the end of the world. I really don't think it's the end of the world, but it's definitely going to affect things, and that's why he's moving down. So if the same thing, like if they do sign another receiver, then Chig will move down as well. So it is kind of a similar bet. Michael Moulton says, I'm a big USC fan, and just to piss people off, I selected a almost all USC team. The real question is, did you take Marshawn Lloyd? That's the real question if you're going all USC. If you're ever in Phoenix, I'll take you golfing. Oh, heck yeah, dude. I'll hit you up if I'm ever out there. Phoenix has some nice courses, dude. Arizona's like the golf capital. Arizona, Florida, California's got really nice courses. Arizona is up there, though. Yeah, y'all got some good ones. The only problem with Texas courses is it's like we're dry a lot of the year. Arizona kind of is too, though. So, but there's good golf courses out there, I know. Money and a thing, I already vomited before you said his name. I figured you knew exactly what I was doing. Michael Moulton said, of course I got Lloyd. Okay, there you go then. So you got Lloyd. You had to have gotten Drake London, Michael Pittman. You had to have gotten Sam Darnold. Let me know who I'm missing and if I'm right. Tight end. Who would you get at tight end? Help me out on the tight end. But Michael Pittman, Drake London, Mekhi Lemon. Quarterback, definitely Sam Darnold. Caleb Williams. Running back, Marshawn Lloyd. Who else am I missing at running back? Help me out here. I think I guessed quite a few of those names, though, for sure. Looks like our plan is intact. Our plan does appear to be intact. Oh, that's too good. Skylar Bell, Keon Coleman. Our plan is almost complete. And then we will hop into the puppy draft after this one's over. Let me know what you think of this team, go. Jahmyr Gibbs, George Pickens, Josh Allen, DJ Moore to stack with Joshy. Rome Odunze, Ramondre Stevenson, Caleb Williams to stack with Rome. Kyle Monungai as well. Matthew Golden, Rashad White, Dalton Kincaid, Woody Marks, Chigakonkwo, Dalton Schultz, Ryan Flanoy, Skylar Bell, Keon Coleman. Let me know what you guys think so far. Like the video if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel. You know the drill. Help me get to 30K subs ASAP. Help me get to 100 likes so I can toss some free hats at you guys' doorstep. I'm going to be like the mailman, dude. I'm just going to be like the paper route boy. Just going to be tossing hats at people's doorsteps. Michael Moulton, you could be my guest for next year's waste management in the VA tent, free food and drinks. Oh, dude, you go to the waste management? That's badass. Yeah, waste management's all time. That's an all-time tournament right there. Might have to take you up on that. Hallie Lyon, all depends on the very last pick of the draft. D. Mr. Irrelevant will be Xavier Thomas unless I get sniped. That's a promise. Bryce Long, good to see you in here. We haven't seen you in a little bit. Dynasty, what order, my boy? Caleb Douglas, Burks, McGowan, Najee, Blue, Taylon Green. If it's super flex, Taylon Green will be higher. I'm gonna assume you're talking about super flex because I feel like we were talking about super flex when we were going over these. So I'll go with Caleb Douglas, Reckham Tech. And I do think he has the draft capital to be relevant right away. I'll go Caleb Douglas. I will go with Taylon Green next for that rushing upside if he gets an opportunity. I will go with Treylon Burks next, see if he can have some upside in Washington this year. Is it Treylon Burks or is it Dion Burks in Indianapolis? I'm assuming Treylon Burks, just for fun. So Burks is third. I'll go with Najee just because I feel like he's going to sign to a team. I'll go Najee at fourth. I'll go McGowan fifth, and I'll go Blue sixth. I don't think the Cowboys like Jaden Blue very much. Dion Burks. Okay, Dion Burks. I'll put Najee above Dion Burks. I'll put McGowan above Dion. I'll put Dion Burks last, actually. I think Dion Burks, 7th round pick. That doesn't mean anything. Dion Burks goes to last, and everybody else gets pushed up. That's the way I'll go. Mr. Irrelevant will be, indeed, Xavier Thomas. That's a team right there. I like that team. I'm very happy with that draft, honestly. But we're going to hop into the puppy right away, not wasting any time, guys. So join this next puppy draft with me. Again, if you're new, $5 entry, use the link in the description and the code. You play it once, Underdog gives you $50 back in your account, no questions asked. And when I hit 40 signups, if it happens before June 17th, I'll give away 10 free hats. So a 1 in 4 chance of a free hat showing up at your doorstep and $50 back into your account when you join the puppy draft just one time. We're waiting on 4 people. Let's fill this league up and let's draft together. If we don't get everybody in, we'll just try a Best Ball Mania next because that lobby typically takes longer to fill up. But like the video, subscribe to the channel also for a chance at a free hat. If we get 100 likes today, it'll be the day I give 2 free hats out, Paperboy style. Giamemboni. I probably butchered that name. Is it just me or is Mike cuts off? Is that happening for you guys? It's showing that my audio is good on my end, so let me know if anybody else is having that problem. Hallie Lyon made it in. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Yes, you did. Mike, I definitely recognize you in here as well at the 112. Anybody else get in? Let me know. Michael Moulton, you got one again. Yes, I did. Oh, man. Didn't even recognize that the first time around. I'll take the 101 all day. I'll take it all day. I need to even out my Jahmyr Gibbs share to Bijan, so you guys can expect me to go Jahmyr Gibbs again. Jahmyr Gibbs. Come to Papa. Loopadoo-poo. I like that name. That's good. Any thoughts on Evan Ingram going undrafted? I feel like he's better than a lot of those tight ends at the end of the draft. Last year, I thought the same thing. Last year, I was thinking he'd be a steal, but he was so bad last year that it's taken me so much time, and I'm still not over it. Not because he screwed me last year, just because he sucked. He was so bad last year. He looked totally washed up. And for that reason, I don't have a ton of interest in him. Now, is it a good idea to draft undrafted players in best ball? Absolutely. So realistically, it's not a bad pick to go out and pick Evan Ingram type of player who's being undrafted. Am I going to target him a lot? No. I'll probably target him on some future Bo teams before it's all said and done. But I wouldn't say I have a ton of confidence in him. I mean, I see what you're saying where it's like, a lot of the tight ends towards the back are unproven guys. Like Gunnar Helm is one of those guys going in the top 30. He's unproven. A.J. Barner, some people look at him as not a great tight end, but he was a decent tight end last year, so I kind of disagree on that. Eli Stowers, unproven. David Njoku, tight end 2, potentially. The Muth, Terrence Ferguson. I get it. I totally understand it, but I wouldn't say I'm gung-ho on that pick. That's a good question, though, because I do think it ultimately just comes back to, at the end of the day, picking undrafted players at best ball is a good move. It's a very sound move. Hallie Lyons said not a problem on my end. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I don't see a problem audio-wise on my end either, so. It typically works. What we found out is that if you're having like a mic issue, like an issue with my mic, typically what works is if you just like refresh the page and then come back, or you just close out your YouTube app or your YouTube tab and then you come back. That usually does work. First Down Fantasy, good to see you in here, man. He's a good late pick tight end if you have a decent tight end room. Yeah, as a tight end 3 or a tight end 4, I don't have a problem with that pick every so often. Now, again, am I doing that all the time? Probably not. Probably not. Okay, well, unless Josh Allen goes, I'm gonna utilize that same exact draft strategy I just did. So we're gonna go with a wide receiver next, and then Josh Allen if he's there. I'm going to utilize that strategy at the 101 quite a bit because it's just such a strong draft strategy. Hopefully we can get London this time. Switch it up from Pickens. If we don't get Pickens, we'll go with AJ. Or I'm sorry, if we don't get London. But we got London, so we're going to go with Drake London. And then we're going to go with Josh Allen. We're going to utilize that same exact strategy. So we got Gibbs, London, and Josh Allen. I'll take that all day. Lupu Dupu said, I made $5,000 last year drafting 35% over that Michael Wilson. I just like taking players that will be on the field at that point of the draft. It's a very smart outcome, and you're a much richer man because of that. So I applaud you for doing that. And honestly, don't let my opinion of Evan Ingram deter you from doing that, because that is one of those scenarios where I am just in the position where I feel like what I saw from him just didn't look very good. It wouldn't surprise me if they went more Adam Troutman heavy, but I might just be overthinking it. I mean, I won $19,000 playing underdog 2024 by going Chuba Hubbard, right? So I totally see your perspective, and it works. So don't let my opinions on it deter you from doing what you ultimately want to do, because you're smart for doing that. You also said nice start. Appreciate that. I like it too. Michael Moulton, where's that tool you use and how much is it? So this isn't really a tool. This is more so just, it's a tool that I use called, it's on RotoViz. And it's called their Underdog Roster Construction Tool, I think. And RotoViz, not a sponsor of mine, but they do good work. This has been a tool I've been using for years. So essentially what I did, I paid for the tool, and I've just written down and logged draft strategies that have done well over the years. So this is just an Excel spreadsheet that I put together of draft strategies. So not really charging anything for it right now for you guys to just kind of look at. But if you're interested, we could probably find a way to get it out to you guys. So, yeah, this is just, I paid for the tool on RotoViz so I could just kind of map out these draft strategies. And I'm going to put out a video that'll go through all these draft strategies at some point in the offseason, probably in like a month or so. So you guys can kind of expect me to put it out in a condensed fashion. That'll be easy for you guys to consume. And obviously that video will be free itself, so. Egbuka goes to the 404. Hallie Lyon goes with Bucky. Mike's got Cook, Hampton, Tet, Ladd McConkey. So he's going for that Herbert stack. I can see that one coming a mile away. Quincy Jones says, make sure to not share it with Flock. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I've seen all the drama when it comes to that whole thing. I have no comments. I do not know either of those guys. I don't like to get in the drama in that. But it is a good joke. It definitely is a good joke. But yeah, I don't know any of those guys, so. We're going to go with a wide receiver 2 and 3 right here. So DJ Moore is definitely going to be one of them. And then we're going to go with J-Mo and see if we can get the Jared Goff stack this time. Kawasu said, Flock catching strays all offseason deserved. I mean, it's funny. Like, I can't not laugh at it just because the jokes are funny. But don't take it the wrong way. I have no skin in the game. Like, I don't know him, Flock Fantasy, personally. I don't know the other guy. I think his name is Joe. I don't know either of those guys. So I have no skin in the game on that one. The jokes are good. The jokes are funny, I will say that. I mean, I know a lot of people are really upset, so. Coffeeaholics is crazy work. So good. So good. We fulfilled the draft strategy in other news. RB1 round 1, wide receiver 1 round 2, QB1 round 3, wide receiver 2 round 4, and wide receiver 3 round 5. Excellent advancement rates on this draft strategy right here. So, yeah, it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one. Honestly, the 101, that's probably gonna be a strategy I target quite a bit this offseason. It's just such a strong. It's one of the stronger draft strategies through 5 rounds that I've seen in the history of Best Ball and Underdog. W Plasma, what's going on? I think I would have gone Davante Adams over J-Mo. More consistent, don't you think? Yeah, I think I've only drafted Davante Adams one time because I do think the thing with Davante, I've got fears of him this year. I definitely have fears of him because of the fact that he is a year older. His body didn't hold up well last year at the end. And if you look at the numbers, dude, like his receiving yardage was so freaking low last year. It was his lowest since like his second year in the league. So I've got concerns with him. J-Mo is definitely an inconsistent player, but in best ball, it really doesn't matter as much. In redraft, I definitely could have made the case Davante over J-Mo, but this is best ball, and that consistency doesn't matter as much from a best ball perspective. I don't have to make the start-sit decisions every week. Okay, like I said, we're going to target not Justin Herbert. I scared Mike half to death right there. No, we're going to target Goff at some point, but not here. This is too early. So hopefully he falls to me. I mean, if Marvin's there, I'll take him. Tucker Kraft, I could definitely get on board with that. could get on board with Mekhi Lemon. I'll go Marvin and Tucker Kraft. I'm going hero running back. Be my anchor for a little bit here for me, will you, Jahmyr Gibbs? I know you will. I don't have a problem with you. I know you got my back, Jahmyr Gibbs. First down fantasy. Hey, more attending, whether it's bad or good, gives you views and clicks. Oh, man, you guys. You guys are just, hey, listen. The more people we get watching, it's definitely the better for me. This channel really is nothing without you guys, man. So I really appreciate you guys. So, means a lot to me, the community we've built. And, I mean, at the end of the day, dude, I'm just a football junkie. And I'm glad that I find people who enjoy it. So, that's the way to spin things. Adrian Martinez, good to see you in here, man. It's been a while. Hey, Ryan, hope everything is well, brother. I think I'm going to stay away from Bo this season. Bo's offseason has been bumpy with the ankle injury. Never say never, though. Looks like Bo, they're expecting him to be ready for OTA or for training camp, like to be a full go. So his cost right now on Underdog at the very least, very good. He's the quarterback 14 on Underdog right now. That's an incredible price considering the guy has been a top 7 tight end both years in his career. Is he consistent? No, he's definitely not. Mike gets his Herbert stack. There you go. And take QJ right after that. You know what you're doing, Mike. Good moves. Don't say you won't target him, though. Things could be good for his redraft price. I will tell you that. If it's anything like his best ball price, Bo is a guy I will have interest in redraft. But Adrian, appreciate you being in here, man. Good to see you, as always. Very loyal Roundup member. Kawasu, do you prefer JCM or Dobbins? I'm seeing them go in the same range. At a time, I definitely preferred Dobbins because that was before they drafted Jonah Coleman. Looked like Dobbins was going to be the number 1 in the 1-2 combo with him and RJ Harvey. Since they picked Jonah Coleman, I'm a little moved off of Dobbins. I still do think the Denver backfield will be interesting and good for best ball. Redraft purposes, I definitely prefer Bill. And in best ball, I still prefer Bill because I want in on that Washington backfield. And it could be as messy as Denver's, but I don't think it will be quite as messy as Denver's. Well, going Goff over Mahomes definitely feels a little out there. But this guy, he looks like he's about to target Bo on the next turn. And then I'm going to go with Corum. Yeah. I'm going to go Goff, and then I'm going to go Corum. All right. I'll take that all day. I like this team, too. I like this team a lot. It's a good one. Jahmyr Gibbs, Drake London, Josh Allen, DJ Moore to stack with London. With Josh Allen. J-Mo, Marvin, Tucker Kraft, Goff to stack with J-Mo and Gibbs, and Blake Corum. Let me know what you guys think, though. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not already. This could be the day we hit 100 likes, man. It could be the day. Coffeeholic, just my opinion so far early into the draft season, but seems like this year's the earlier the picks are, the better. That's my same take. Yeah, we've been talking about this for a couple weeks now. Things will change as far as my opinions when it comes to like where the best places to draft are in the draft. Top 5 picks, though, it's going to be your best bet. I like the top 5 picks the best just because Gibbs, Bijan, Jamar, Puka, JSN, in any order you want to put them particularly, I think that those are the top 5 guys clearly in fantasy this year. But things will change. ATX Bearcat, what's going on? Just found the stream. Didn't realize Danny McBride played best ball. Now, that's a new one. I have not heard the Danny McBride comparison. I've heard a lot of Seth Rogen, which I don't particularly like, to be honest with you. I'll take Danny McBride over Seth Rogen, for sure. Someone said, this was a while ago, probably when I was much thinner. Someone said I looked like Joe Burrow, which I thought was insane. I've heard Napoleon Dynamite, of course, because my hair is curly. But Danny McBride, that's an interesting one right there. I appreciate you coming in and checking us out, man. Kawasu says, I love any team that has Josh Allen. Ain't that the truth? And I know you're a Bills fan, so it hits your ear real well. ATX Bearcat, just kidding, love all best ball streams. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you checking me out. Hopefully I'll see you around here more often. And, yeah, if you could, like the video, subscribe to the channel, that'd be great. And let me know what else is going on in your life and what other questions we got ball-wise. And we could talk about anything, but I'm just fiending to talk some ball with you guys. So, always a good time. We've been streaming every day straight for like 2.5 weeks at this point. And there's no end in sight. I'm going to keep doing it as long as life allows me every day. At the very least, several times a week. And whenever there's a video coming out, the live stream will be later. So like last night, we went live around like 9. But today, there's no video coming out, so that's why we're live earlier. So just hit the bell. You'll get notified whenever I go live. You know, I haven't picked Khalil Shakir much at all, so I think I am going to go with Shakir. And then Sam Laporta's gone. I really didn't think he'd make it back, so that's not much of a shock. I do feel like I should probably pass on Kincaid. I'm going to do something I don't usually do. I'm going to draft 2 ACL tear himself, Jonathan Brooks. That is the first time I picked Jonathan Brooks in 2 years. Don't screw this up for me, even though I know you will. Points per reception said, like this video or it's going to rain on hole 4. That's a good one right there. I like that. I'm going to have to use that one in future golf videos. I like that one a lot. We don't want it raining on hole 4. I've played rain golf before, I'm not going to lie. Rain golf in like a drizzle / like steady rain, I don't mind quite as much. If it's a downpour, yeah, I don't want to be out there, but rain golf can get interesting, that's for sure. But you don't want that. So do like the video. Michael Moulton took my Carolina cuff. Ooh, I didn't even realize that. Did I really? Oh, yes, I did. Sorry, man. I don't think he was going to make it back to you. He may have. He may have. Just the one time I drafted Jonathan Brooks, you were trying to get the cuff. Sorry, man. It had to be that way. It had to be that way. Maybe you'll return the favor by drafting Pacheco. That would be funny. Skibid Ultron, bro, could you turn the mic up? Is everyone else having problems with the mic today? I've seen a couple comments, but audio seems fine on my end. Like the microphone, I think is the highest it could be. Let me try to turn it up a little bit. No, the mic is the highest it can go. Is anyone else having problems with the mic? Let me know, because I've seen a couple comments on that. But on my end, it looks like everything's working good. I don't know. Let me know. Mako YT says, KYT says audio is fine. Okay, that's good. I'll just hold the mic closer to me. Just so everybody can hear me good. Kawasu, do you have any Superflex best ball tournaments? I have not done that yet, actually. I have not done that yet. Maybe I will at some point, but I have not done that so far. I actually did okay. I advanced to the playoffs last year in one of my puppy Superflex tournaments, so I'll run it back again this year. Okay, I'm done with quarterbacks, I think, so I can block those guys out. So you know who made it back to me. I'm so grateful for. But I'm going to take Pacheco this time. This is also the first time I'll take Pacheco because I got Jahmyr Gibbs. So I'll take Pacheco. Who am I kidding? I'm grabbing Woody Marks too. I'm not passing on Woody Marks. Who are you kidding? You guys know me. This channel does not pass on Woody Marks. Yeah, it looks like everybody's good with the mic. That's good. That's good. I appreciate you guys clearing that up for me. LG34LT. Been watching the entire time on my TV. Sound's been perfect. Okay, that's good. Appreciate that. Appreciate you sticking with me as well. Nuketown Kid, it sounds the same. Michael Moulton, Coker snaked right before me. Oh well, time to readjust. That's brutal, man. I like me some Jalen Coker. Yeah, you've gotten sniped a couple times, man. Your Carolina boys are getting sniped. Hey, you can still get Chris Brazell late, or you could be one of those guys in on the Jimmy Horn potential. I won't take either of those guys, I promise you that. But I can tell you, I think I'm going to be done with running backs. So what? I got to get another tight end for sure. Although having Tucker Kraft makes me feel pretty comfortable. So I'm pretty okay with that. Kawasu. Woody. You know it, dude. You just know how things be going. You know how things be going. ATX Bearcat, just a suggestion, add best ball to your thumbnails. I think you might pull more viewers. We'll give that a shot. Appreciate the suggestion. Skibid Ultron, can't go wrong with running back handcuffs. Yeah, it's like I've told you guys before, running back handcuffs in best ball, not my go-to, not my instinct, because I'm typically trying to shoot for higher upside guys. But we did it today with Pacheco. Lee G, what's going on, man? Good to see you in here today. Appreciate you joining. Kawasu, an alpha drafts Woody in the first round next time. That is what an alpha would do. An alpha would also draft Adam Randall round 2. If you know, you know. Last night we got into an Adam Randall competition. And I politely backed out at the last minute. And I think a real alpha would take Rasheen Ali as the 101. That's what I think. So if you consider yourself an alpha dog, you better be taking Rasheen Ali. Let me tell you. Okay, what we're going to do after this one, we're going to hop into a Best Ball Mania. And those lobbies just take longer to fill up. So if you guys want in, I'll be joining Best Ball Mania next. So we can all get in on that together. And for new customers, man, it's a great time to get in because Underdog and I were running a good deal. Use the code in the description. Use the link that's there. Underdog gives you $50 back into your account when you play Best Ball Mania once. And you'll have a shot, a 1 in 4 chance to be exact, of a free hat if I were to hit 40 signups before June 17th. We got a little bit of a ways to go before then, but it's a good time to hop in. All right, let's see. I'm going to go with Barner. And then I'm going to go with Tesla to stack with Goff. Michael Moulton says, Bhaskar again got me. What'd he do? What'd he do? Oh, he got Bryce Young. Dude, he really was going after your guys. He had the same idea you had. He said, oh, you got Tet? I'm going to take Bryce Young, and I'm going to take Jalen Coker from you. Dude, he totally got you. He was definitely going for your guys. He was 100% going for those guys. ATX Bearcat drafting for $2 million. Yeah, appreciate that suggestion. We'll give that one a try. Either tomorrow on the live stream or the next day. We'll give it a shot for sure. 9:30 a.m. games is the worst. Is that what we're getting this year, dude? That's crazy. That's so stupid. That's so dumb. If that's what we're getting this year, I hate all the international games too. Yeah, I guess it makes sense since they're all, I mean, what are they doing? They're going to Australia for the first game. They're going to Mexico City. They're going to London. They're going to Germany. Are they going back to Ireland this year? I mean, there's like tons of international games. It's annoying. It's honestly annoying. I'm all for America, dude. Keep these boys in America. Keep them in the homeland. Nah. It's cool that there's an international audience. It's good for the game, but it is annoying with all these freaking international games at these early times, man. You mean 6:30 a.m. games for us living in Seattle? Oof. That's true. Didn't even think about that, dude. That's brutal. That is brutal. International games do suck. Yeah, for you guys on the West Coast, man, it's even worse. Because we're 2 hours ahead of you Central Time. So you guys, dude, you guys get screwed on those international games. And then obviously Eastern's got it best. You've got Central Time by an hour. But, dude, if you're on the West Coast, man, sorry. Because those suck. All right. We're going to go with one more tight end. Maybe we'll get David Njoku. We may just do that. And then we'll go with David Njoku, and then we're going to go Skylar Bell. And I'm not going to go with money in a thing if you're still here. I'm not going to make you puke again by going with Keon Coleman. I'm going to do another Green Bay Packer. Nobody talks about him. Nobody asks me about him. This is how I know this guy is so under the radar. Savion Williams. Mako KYT. These morning games are awful, but I do love the West Coast times for the rest of the games. 5 p.m. primetime games are awesome. That's a good point. That is a good point. You guys do get it really good with those. Eastern time zones, yeah, the Sunday night, Monday night games, Thursday night games, they end like midnight for you guys. So that kind of is brutal for East Coast, but yeah, I'm more of a night person, so I guess I just think about it. Like Sunday night, Monday night, Thursday night games, I rarely struggle to stay up for. There's sometimes like I'm really busy during the football season, so like constantly pumping out content for you guys. So there are times where it's a Monday night game or like a Thursday night game and I'm just like falling asleep, nodding off. But it's rare. It's rare. So I'm usually more of a night person than a morning guy. Michael Moulton, NFL in other countries should only be preseason games like the 90s. Yes. I pretty much agree with you. There's back in the 70s, they used to there was like guys from Mexico would travel to see the Steelers, and I think some dude from Mexico, he was like talking to Jack Lambert. He's the guy that's on the poster behind me usually in the normal background. He was like, Jack, I came all the way from Mexico to see you, man. Jack just like sat there with his like two missing teeth, just like not saying anything. Those international games, I agree with you, they should only be in the preseason because it's inconveniencing us Americans. But it is good. It is good for me and just for the game that the game is growing, I guess. So can't complain too much. You guys can. I probably shouldn't, but I will. Jameson M. International games do suck, but I'll admit there is something weirdly exhilarating about the alarm going off at 7 a.m. for some football. That I can get on board with as well. That I can get on board with. I can definitely vouch for that. I will give it that. Staying up till midnight watching a primetime Jets-Dolphins game, bet you won't. Oh, I will, because I have to. I mean, it's what I do for work. This is my job right here, so I will do it. I will do it. I did it last year. Yeah, because the Jets-Dolphins was one of the, when they were doing that stupid doubleheader Monday night, the Jets and Dolphins, I think, was the late game that night. It was like, what is this garbage? And I stayed up for that whole game. That was the game that Tyreek's leg turned into like a baby deer's leg. And it was like 5 different angles. I remember that game vividly because I was up for that one. But most people probably would not, and I don't blame you at all. I wouldn't if I didn't have to. Savion Williams, that's how we'll end it right there. I like this team, dude. I like this team, but we're going to get into Best Ball Mania, so hop in because it's $25 entry, but you can win life-changing money if you replace well, man. You can see these prices on the screen. The prize breakdown is insane on Best Ball Mania. These drafts, usually the pools fill up later. It takes a little bit longer, so we're waiting on 7 people. Hop on into Best Ball Mania with me. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Get a chance for a free hat. And if you want to hop into your first best ball draft on Underdog and you want a chance at a free hat, Underdog will give you $50 back into your account when you use the code that's in the description and the link that's in the description just one time. You get in it once, and they will give you the opportunity to win $50, no questions asked. Not an opportunity, it's a guarantee. The opportunity is if I hit 40 signups before June 17th on Underdog, I'll give away 10 free hats. So you get a 1 in 4 chance of free hat showing up on your doorstep. I'm going to try to time this. I'm going to go refill my water. I'll be right back. We're back, baby. We're at the 108. We got some people in here. Severe Jury. Let's go, baby. I know who you are. Mike's back in here. Hallie Lyons back in here. We got some guys in here, baby. Let's go. Tim Johnson, picking right before you. Let's go, baby. Appreciate all you guys joining this draft. I'm at the 108. Far cry from the 101, but hey, we got blessed a couple times in a row there. Danimal just subscribed. Great stream. Appreciate you, my man. Appreciate you sticking with me. Hope to see you around here more often so we can talk some ball. I'm down to talk ball with anybody, so I appreciate that. So we got a good amount of people in this draft. I'm glad that we got more people in here today. It's always competitive when we get guys in the chat on this one. JT. I'll take him. I'll take JT. And we'll rock like that. Mako KYT. One day maybe Washington State will allow me to sports gamble. Yeah, that's a bummer, man. That's a bummer. Because Underdog isn't even like, it's not even legally speaking gambling. It's daily fantasy sports. So I don't know how soon Underdog will be able to get into all states, but I do know that they're not in some states. And I remember when I went to Lake Tahoe last year, which is in Nevada for people who don't know, I tried to draft up there and I couldn't. So yeah, not every state allows it. It's a bummer though. Which, if you think about it, it's actually shocking that Nevada would not allow you to do on Underdog because they've got casinos everywhere. Tim Johnson, I like taking a wide receiver in the mid first because of how good backs are in the second. That's honestly a good move, to be honest with you. That's why you went with JJ, I'm assuming. I mean, dude, you may get Hampton back to you if I don't take him. Because I'm going to follow a different strategy here. And I'm not going to go quarterback because I don't want to rely on that to come back to me. I definitely could go with this one. Definitely could do this. And yeah, I think I'm going to. I'm going to go Neighbors. I just looked at his exposure today, and I'm not satisfied with it. I need more Neighbors. Because I do really like him. I'm just worried about the injury mostly. So Neighbors is an easy pick for me. We're going to follow this one. RB1, wide receiver 1, rounds 1 and 2. Already did that. Wide receiver 2 next round. Wide receiver 3 the following. And then quarterback 1, round 5. Jameson M. I'm moving from Iowa to Nebraska in August, so I have to get all my best ball drafts this summer. Well, that's good timing then, because you'll be able to get into those. And next year as well, you'll be able to draft during the earlier parts of the summer. I guess it's technically still spring, but it's usually best to draft earlier in the spring, earlier in the summer, in my opinion. But you'll still have plenty of time to get a bunch of them in this summer, which is great. So that's good. Hit me up, dude. Keep me posted on when you get over there, and we'll hop into a couple of these drafts together. Jeremiah Love goes to the back of the second. Severe Jury building out that Josh Allen team. I like that. I like that a lot. All right, we're going wide receiver 2 right here. We're going to go with T. See if we can get Burrow on that turn at the 5th. Although the Kaler, he may go with Burrow in round 5. So I might not have the luck. Jameson M, only way around it. Iowa has legal mobile sports betting. Nebraska is in casinos only. There you go. Yeah, no, it's your best bet for sure. That's your best bet. But again, you're still going to have time to do a bunch of stuff this summer since you're moving in August. So, yeah, just keep me posted, man. We'll get into some drafts together. And then next offseason as well, you'll have a lot of time. You'll have all the time in the world to draft throughout the early parts of the summer, which is going to be good for you because typically this time of year, man, like historically speaking, the best ball mania winners are drafting in May and June, historically speaking. So there is definitely a science to it. And it's something I talk about a lot. Like, you just don't get the values in the later part of the summer that you will in the early part. So next offseason, we'll have a lot of time, baby. Okay. Well, Hallie Lyon kind of blew up my plan right there. Did you know that I was going to do that? I was going to target Zay to kind of proof myself if I didn't get Burrow with another quarterback I could go in round 5. But that did not happen. And Terry is available. So is Egbuka. And it feels a little wild to pass on Egbuka. But we're going to do it for Terry to give ourselves some options here in the 5th. We're either going to go with Burrow or we're going to go with Jaden to stack with either T or Terry. But right now we're on track to stick with that draft strategy. Egbuka at the 406 is a good price. I would have went with him if I wasn't trying to target a quarterback next round. Mike KYT, I have the 108 in my redraft league, and I'm thinking about taking JJ or maybe a Monra. I do also think running back depth is better later, and we run a 3 wide receiver, 2 running back league. So that in itself is going to push wide receivers up the board of importance for you, having a 3 wide receiver format. I will tell you this shouldn't be a surprise to people who are regular listeners on this channel. I definitely prefer Amon-Ra St. Brown over Justin Jefferson this year. It's a very, very, I mean, they're separated by a lot. Honestly, they're separated by like 5 or 6 guys. I've explained why. I don't want to dive into the whole diatribe unless someone asks me about JJ. But I definitely prefer Amon-Ra over JJ by a lot. So if it was me, my team, I would go with Amon-Ra. Hallie Lyon, I was not listening at that time. Couldn't find a quarterback I wanted yet. No, dude, it's all good. I didn't say it. I didn't want to say it just in case you were thinking that. But yes, that was my plan. But honestly, Terry's fine too. Because it looks like I'm probably going to get either Jaden or Burrow here. Doesn't really benefit Mike to go with either one of those guys. And he does not. So I'm going to get either Burrow or Jaden Daniels. And I'll tell you what. I've drafted a lot of Burrow and a lot of that T stack. I want to get more of the Jaden stack with Terry. So I'm going to go with Jaden here. I'm going to leave Burrow. Somebody do the right thing, though. And don't let the Kaler get Joe Burrow. Don't let it happen. Hallie Lyon gets the Lamar stack. That's good work right there. But I'm happy with that. I'm very happy with that. That's good stuff right there. That I'll take all day. We fulfilled the prophecy. I'm good with it. Eric Butler, what's going on? I'm way behind in the chat, but you look nothing like Seth Rogen or Napoleon Dynamite. People are so dumb. I appreciate that. I'm not big on either of those comparisons. I appreciate that. I'm sure people will tell you you're the dumb one. I've heard a lot of those throughout my life, so. But I definitely, yeah. I don't feel like I look like Seth Rogen. But I'm sure people will disagree. All right, we're going to do the right thing. I'm taking Burrow, stacking him with T, and I'm done with quarterbacks. I take quarterback back-to-back here. That's not the move I would make every time, but hey, I'm not letting Burrow get back to Chase, and I have incentive to take him with T, so I'm blowing up the Kaler's plan here and not letting Joe Burrow get back. I did all of us a service, and I salute to all of you. We were not letting that happen. Happy to do it. Mike's building a wide receiver heavy stack right there. Woo! You got some stack options there, my friend. You got 2 Packers, so gut tells me you're going to go with Jordan Love at some point. Which you guys don't have to worry about me taking another quarterback. I'm done. Mako KYT. I feel like since the Lions have such an easy schedule, they are going to dominate the teams they play and are going to just run on every play. I think Murray will feed JJ or else he requests a trade out. But the thing is, though, man, like JJ, just because he requests a trade doesn't mean he'll get it. It's not the NBA. Like these guys, a lot of them don't get traded the same season, let alone at all, that they request the trade. So honestly, I don't feel like that's a good strategy to bank on. Kyler, I get it. Like, he's an upgrade over JJ. I've said this a lot. The question I've had is, how big of an upgrade is it, though? Because I don't feel like it's that big of an upgrade. Mike, I feel like you just got sniped. I feel like you were targeting Tucker Kraft there. Am I wrong? So I'm done with quarterbacks. And we're going to do it again. We're going to go with RJ Harvey. Nah, I'm going to stick to Manun guy. Been trying to build out our RJ Harvey stash, but I'm going Manun guy. But yeah, I think JJ, again, he's getting an upgrade. The question is, how big of an upgrade is it? I don't think it's as big as people think. Goff is just so much more consistent, man. And I would just bank on the easier schedule being a really good play for a fantasy option perspective. Yeah, Gibbs might dominate this year, but I don't think that means Amon-Ra is going to be worse off than JJ. When I think JJ's upside is like top 5, but Amon-Ra has been the wide receiver 3 for 3 years straight. So I think these upside is still there. Michael, more options so when I get snaked. Yeah, that's a good move. It's a good move. Did you get snaked on that Tucker Kraft pick? I'm kind of curious. Hallie Lyon, CeeDee Lamb, Amarian Hampton, Travis Etienne, Zay, Lamar. And he got the Dak stack with CeeDee. That's nice. That's nice. What do I want to do here? What do I want to do here? I'll tell you what I want to do. I want to get Michael Wilson. I was about to pick and pull the trigger on RJ Harvey, but I did get sniped. So I went with Michael Wilson. Tim Johnson, Kenneth Walker, along with JJ, Devonta Smith, and Emeka Egbuka. That's a great pick. Jadarian Price, Jalen Hurts, Tony Pollard, Harold Vanden. Yeah, you got a good one here as well. You got some good options, man. We got some good teams in here. We got a lot of good teams in here. Got a lot of good teams in here. Nathan Armstrong, man. Good to see you in here. Roundup member over here on YouTube. Appreciate you being in here today. It's always good to see you, my friend. We got me in here this afternoon. Stretch, how could we be so lucky? How could I be so lucky as to just hang out with you guys on a Wednesday afternoon? I'm the lucky one, dude. You guys are just here, and we're having a good time, man. We're driving with you guys, so make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. This could be the stream, guys. Come on. It could be the stream. If I get 100 likes, I'm giving away 2 free hats, paper route style. I'm tossing them at you guys. So like the video, subscribe to the channel for a chance at 2 free hats, and help me hit 30K subs ASAP. Could be it. Could be the moment. Tim Johnson, I took JJ over St. Brown. I have more St. Brown when I don't want to fade the upside of JJ. It's too good, and I have no Kyler. Yeah, no, I totally understand going with JJ. Like, it's not a crazy thing to do that, especially in best ball. I have JJ myself in some leagues. I definitely prefer him on Raw, and I want my exposure to him to be higher, but it makes sense, and then you just went with the Kyler stack, so that's smart moves. Like, it's smart drafting. I mean, Jaylen Warren, at this value, I don't hate that. So I'll go Jaylen Warren. I don't hate that at all. Michael Mullen says, yes, I did snipe him. Or you did get sniped with Tucker Kraft. I kind of had a feeling. But you got the Purdy stack with Rasheed, and you got Brock with Mike, so you're in good shape. And you grab Ricky Pearsall. You're in good shape. Mike OKYT, I just feel like I'm trying to shoot for the chance of the wide receiver 1 with JJ. And Amon-Ra, I don't think we'll ever get to that, but you make great points, like usual. I appreciate that, man. But, hey, man, go with your gut. Go with your gut. That's always really the main theme of the channel. I'm here to provide you guys my takes. I think they're educated. I think I know ball. But at the end of the day, I just want to lead you guys to what I believe and make it clear what I believe. I'm wrong a lot, though. I have a whole segment once a week on the channel during the season. What I got right and what I got wrong. I go live every Monday night after the Monday night game to go through my best and worst takes of the week. So, I'll always admit when I'm wrong here. So I want you guys to feel comfortable in your own skin and making your own decisions at the end of the day. I'm going to go with Chris Rodriguez. No, you know what? It benefits me to go with Bill in this one because I do have Jaden Daniels. So I was going to go with Crod, but Bill made more sense for this build since I have Jaden. I want that upside in that backfield. Michael Molden said I swiped Wilson. Ooh, yeah. I did, didn't I? Yeah, because you had Marvin. You could have targeted that Jacoby Myers or the Jacoby Brissett build. I see your point. Quincy Jones, I got Carnell Tate at 72, ADP of 60, and Trevor Lawrence at 96, ADP of 85. Yeah, you get good work there getting Carnell Tate at 72. That's really good. Trevor Lawrence has dropped a couple times in my drafts. It's kind of interesting. It is interesting why he's dropping. I don't know why, but it has happened. But Carnell Tate at that range, dude, I think Carnell Tate, and I'm not even the biggest Carnell Tate guy, but I do like his price on Underdog without dropping. So him dropping to the 72, that's a no-brainer. Quincy Jones, man. It's always good to see you in here, by the way. Khalil Shakir to stack with Joshi. That's a good move. Kenny G. Ooh. Isaiah Likely goes. Let's see if this is the range where... I don't think I'm considering Gadsden yet. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think I'm considering him. I have 0 tight ends, but I don't think I'm going to grab him. I think I'm gonna grab Jake Ferguson. Got no Dallas guys, but Ferguson is not a bad pick at this price range. I don't hate that. Micah KYT. Somehow last year I won with both Jamar and Chase Brown. Bringing down my team for half the season. It's not their fault, dude. They just had bad situations there for a little bit with Jake Browning. They had bad situations. Things got sorted out once Flacco came in, but they had a rough stretch there for a little bit. Tim Johnson Wilson wasn't getting back to you. I don't have much fan in. You were going to take Wilson there too? That's interesting. That's funny. We got a competitive draft in here, man. It gets feisty in here when we got the chat in the drafts live, which is always the most fun. I could consider Gadsden here. I could. Because I don't want to leap up and draft Chig. I'm going to do it. I'm going to draft Gadsden. The Gadsden slide stops with me. I take Gadsden for the first time. I took him yesterday at the 150 range, so I've still been taking him a little bit, but definitely not at the rate we were taking him at one point. That's for sure. Hallie Lyons said I sniped him. What did I snipe you with? What'd you need? What were you trying to get? Where did I snipe you at? Tell me. I'm curious. Were you trying to get Jalen Warren? Let me know. I'm curious. Quincy Jones, I was questionable about getting Shakir there, but I had Josh. Yeah, I haven't taken much of Shakir myself. I don't really feel comfortable taking him, but I have gotten to the point where it's like, yeah, I mean, I'll take him. Like, I've done, dude, I'm like, geez, probably getting close to 60 drafts deep this offseason at this point, so I've got to take some of everybody. You know, I want to make sure I have at least one of most guys. So Shakir just makes sense in the Josh Allen build. That's the only time I'll target him, though. I was big on Shakir last year, and it worked out to a point, I guess. Like, he was okay. But with DJ Moore there, I don't know how I feel about it this year. Tim Johnson, White is my late round running back sleeper this year. He could get a ton of work in Washington. Yeah, I've been drafting Rachaad White quite a bit. I'm fine with drafting Rachaad White. I've been trying to keep a pretty even split between him and Bill's exposure. So, because I think that both of them could be big beneficiaries in a backfield that if Jaden is healthy, he's the key to everything. Like, if Jaden's healthy, I want in on that backfield. And so I'm trying to keep an even split for those two guys in particular. I knew Chig wasn't going to make it back to me. Tim sniped me with Chig, but that's okay. I was kind of expecting him to be gone. We're going to take Tyler Algier and be done with running backs. We've got 3 strong receivers. I like my wide receiver 4 too with Wilson, so I'm good with just having 4 receivers for now. Michael Moulton trying my hero RB approach. What you got here? Let me see. You got Jacobs. Ooh, you got Aaron Jones and Sampson as your RB2 and 3. Curious to see how this one turns out for you. Could be good. I mean, you got Kittle and Kelsey. Those 2 guys do well. This team could do well if Aaron Jones and Sampson can kind of split the difference for you sometimes. Quincy Jones, I try not to get too salty about these lives because my best teams last year were all like teams I put on autopilot and had 4 quarterback weirdo builds. My actual try-hard drafts never did well. I mean, it's just tough, man. Like, I've talked about this before. The idea of turning $25 into $2 million or $5 into $100K is already a crazy idea. So why not do crazy things, right? Like, we can look at these draft strategies I go through all day, but at the end of the day, weird things happen, man. So it's all about just having fun, like getting in here with the community. That's really the whole point for me, is just having fun with you guys. And obviously, if you do well, like I won $19K in 2024. I feel good about my methods and everything. I think I know ball, but at the end of the day, a lot of things happen, and it's so hard to predict best ball in particular. So let's just have fun, right? I'll go Antonio Williams because it fits my stack with Jaden Daniels. Tim Johnson, Njoku signed with the Chargers. That's why Rondé is slipping. I'm aware. Yeah, we've talked about it quite a bit. I've also said that Gadsden slipping to a certain point, I'm okay with taking him still. Like, this is fine for me. Because after that, Goddard, Sadiq, Chig, Brenton Strange, like I would take Gadsden still with Njoku over those other guys. So we'll have to kind of iron out exactly how I feel from a rankings perspective on my next tight end update. So stay tuned with that. But I'm not low on Gadsden to the point where I think he's like a tight end 20 range. Like I'll still take him over Goddard, who has Eli Stowers, Kenyon Sadiq, rookie tight end. Don't like the Jets. Chig, just never seen him do good. And Brenton Strange. Ferguson. You're damn right. And then Balaj just asked why am I higher on Gadsden. It's kind of like I just said. I'm not high on Gadsden anymore. I was at one time before the Njoku signing. I'm not high on Gadsden anymore. It's more so just the value at this point is kind of falling to a place where I'm pretty comfortable still taking him. Like, if I go back in time, I wouldn't have invested as much in Gadsden, obviously, at his price it was at before the Njoku signing. But right now, where his price is falling to, I'm still okay with the price. Wouldn't call myself high on Gadsden. I'm just fine with the price. Like, I don't think the price is outrageous. Where I got him, I don't mind that. Okay, let's see. I'm going to go with Ayuk and see if Ayuk gets traded to Washington. First time picking Ayuk. That feels weird. That feels so weird, dude. I can't even tell you. That's weird. Who did Cincinnati draft? What was their wide receiver they drafted? Was it Colby Young? I'm going to try him at the back of this draft. And we'll hop into a puppy draft after this. We'll get some people in on that one. I know not everybody likes to do Best Ball Mania since it's $25 buy-in. So after this draft, we'll hop into puppy. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you want to see me hop into another draft after this one is over. Quincy Jones, did you say earlier Pickens to Buffalo? Am I high? We were talking about the potential because I saw yesterday, and this may have been BS, but I did see on Polymarket that there's a chance, like a 50% chance that Dallas trades George Pickens, and apparently the team at the top, if it were to happen, is Buffalo. So again, there's no substantiated claims to it, but I saw that and I thought it would be interesting to mention. We could stir up a conversation. Obviously, Pickens in Buffalo would be fun too, but I like him in Dallas just fine. Well, I don't want to go. You know what? I actually am going to go with Eli Stowers. And I'll be done with tight end. I know, we're letting Tyreek Hill walk. I got to stop the obsession with taking Tyreek Hill. It's got to stop somewhere. Tim Johnson, I'm a Skins fan. Ertz put up really good numbers with them, and Chig is a good pass catcher. Man, we've talked about Chig a lot on this live stream. Not this particular one, but just over the weeks. I don't have a problem with Chig if he were to be their tight end one, which it looks like he will be. And if they don't sign another pass catcher or trade for one, I'm fine with it. It's just the problem that I'm having is that he's had opportunities and he just hasn't become the player that we all think he can be based on his athletic profile. And so I'm just slower on Chig than everybody else. I've taken him quite a bit, just to be clear. Like, I've taken quite a bit of Chig. I'm just not in the position to where I'm like, yes, like, I got Chig. Let's go. I've kind of taken him to an uncomfortable amount this year, to be honest with you. AC Yard Services Portland, welcome to the Roundup family indeed. Appreciate you becoming a member on the YouTube channel. And, yeah, really means a lot to me, man. So, appreciate you being here. Again, guys, you can expect me to continue going live at least several times a week. We've been doing it a lot of days straight. We're going to continue to do that. We just got sniped on Tyreek Hill. I thought he could make it back to me, but Tim was not going to let that happen, which I don't blame you. I do not blame you. So we're going to do our other thing and go with Tank Dell because that's cozy. But yeah, just hit the bell. Make sure you're notified whenever I do go live. If there's a video coming out from me on my channel, you can expect live streams later in the evening. If there's no video like there wasn't today, then around this time is when I'll be live on those non-video days. But yeah, HC Art Services, appreciate you becoming a member. Michael Moulton, from here on out are all Flyers and weak surge guys. You got it. You got it, baby. I don't think I've seen Colby Young get drafted at all, so I'm going to do that to go with Burrow. And then, like I said, we're going to hop into another puppy draft after this, so stay tuned. Join me on the next draft over on the puppy. This was Best Ball Mania. Tim Johnson Williams is a great sneaky stack with Daniels. I think he'll be an awesome pick there. You know, I liked Antonio Williams before the draft actually happened. Watching him go to Washington is good and bad in a sense. I don't feel like he's going to be good enough for me to really buy into completely, but I also do feel like he's in a position to where he could thrive if he is good. Wasn't the biggest Antonio Williams guy pre-draft, but I liked him. So I'm excited to see the opportunity. I definitely am. AC Art Services Portland, I just got in. Are you doing another draft? You bet I am. Puppy on the next one. This was Best Ball Mania we just did, so join me next on the puppy. Mako KYT, oh boy, if you saw the photo posted of Ayuk today, you wouldn't have taken him. He's looking healthy. I actually did see that. I didn't verify this, but I checked the comments and someone said, this is a false picture. They made him look fatter than he is. And they posted the skinnier version. So can someone verify to me live? Is that a real picture of Ayuk that I saw, or was that fake? Because I did see the picture, but I also saw the skinnier version, and I was like, okay, I'm curious to hear what everyone has to say. But I am curious. Someone tell me if I'm right or wrong on that. Colby Young, come to Papa. That's what we got right there, boys. JT, Malik Neighbors, T. Higgins, Terry McLaurin, Jaden Daniels, Joe Burrow, Kyle Monungai, Michael Wilson, Jalen Warren, Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, Jake Ferguson, Aronde Gadsden, Tyler Algier, Antonio Williams, Brandon Ayuk, Eli Stowers, Tank Dell, and Colby Young. Let me know what you think of the team. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. If it's the day I hit 100 likes on the stream, I'm tossing 2 free hats out to you guys live today. So like the video and subscribe for a chance to win a free hat, as well as supporting me in my goal to 30K subs ASAP. We'll wait for this draft to end, and it's over. So let's hop into the puppy draft right now. We're going to hop into the puppy $5 buy-in. If you're new and you're a new customer and you want to get in on the action and you want a chance at a free hat, link in the description. Code in the description as well. Join Underdog. Hop in the puppy once with me right now and get $50 back into your account immediately from Underdog, as well as a 1 in 4 chance to get a free hat from me at your doorstep when I hit 40 subs or 40 signups on Underdog if it happens before June 17th. So let's hop into the puppy right now. We're waiting on 7 people, so we got a lobby to fill, guys. Join in right now. Waiting on 4 people. So let's get this lobby ready to go, baby. Excited that you guys are with me today. Grant Richardson, good to see you in here, man. Appreciate you joining me. Quincy Jones, why did Hawkinson just call to me 30 picks after ADP? I didn't even notice that. I just am not the biggest hot guy, but at the value, it makes sense. So we got Hallie Lyon in here. Again, welcome back, baby. And we also got Severe Jury at the 112. Again, I feel like you've been getting that a lot lately. Let me know who else made it in here. Tim Johnson in again. Oh, heck yeah, you are. Let's go. Happy to have a top 5 pick. Yep, lucky dog. I'm at the 107, which is fine. I'm fine with that. Grant Richardson, I remember you saying in a past live that you placed the highest in best ball in 2024. Where were you doing more or less stacks back then? That's a good question. I feel like I was probably doing less stacks back then, but I wasn't. I wouldn't say that they were like I was non-existent on stacks. Like the team that I had in 2024 that got fourth place in the Rottweiler for 15K, that team had Burrow and T. Higgins stack. And I also took a shot on Jermaine Burton, who was a Bengal at the time. So I was still stacking guys at that time. And I also had Justin Herbert with Ladd McConkey. So I was still stacking back then. Probably not to the degree that I'm stacking these days. But yeah, I mean, I still had plenty of stacks, to be clear. I don't want people to get the wrong idea. Like, stacking is the thing to do. And again, the big money team that I won, the 15K team, that had the Burrow, T. Higgins, Jermaine Burton stack. Burton didn't do anything, but the idea was still there. And it had Herbert and it had Ladd. Amon-Ra St. Brown, give me him back. I'll take that all day. James Cook goes to the 106. That's interesting. I like that shot right there. Quincy Jones, who is Malik Davis, Cowboys running back? That is their primary, that's their primary That's their primary handcuff option to Javonte. That's not a bad pick. Malik Davis is not a bad pick. Last year, Malik Davis actually had some good moments. He looked better than Jaden Blue. They like him better than Jaden Blue. And they didn't bring in any other running back competition. So it kind of looks like to me he will be their guy once again. So I do think he's actually a solid handcuff option. Lee G, how many best ball drafts do you usually do a year? Good question. 2024, I did 80 to 90 in 2024. 2025, I did about 160, so I basically doubled. And currently right now, I'm probably at around 60. So anywhere in that 150 to 200 range, probably where I'll be at again this year, if I had to guess. Okay, we're going to go with Achane because I feel like that's just a steal right here. Let's see what kind of draft strategy we want to put together. We're not going to get Josh Allen back. It's just not going to happen. Josh Allen doesn't fall to the 307 usually. We could, no, I don't want to go quarterback and leap up in round 4. That's early. It's very, very early. What can we do? What can we do? I mean, if Allen makes it back, that's ideal, but I'm not planning on it, so I'm planning on just freeballing it. We'll just freeball it. But Lee G, that's a good question because I think a lot of people assume when they hear, last year, for example, I probably won like $1,000 on Underdog, but I spent $2,000. So I actually lost. I did not profit. Last year, the previous year I did. I put in probably like close to 2,000 in 2024, and I won 19,000. So I definitely profited that year. I made 17K in profit roughly. This year, hopefully, it's different though. Quincy Jones, C. Young. Yeah, Colby Young. I think the Bengals picked him in either the 5th or 6th round this year, wide receiver. So nobody's taking him. That's why I took him with the Burrow team. I mean, if Josh Allen's there, I'll do it. But Tim's taking him. Yep, I knew Tim was going to take him. Tim was not letting him get back. Can't blame you. Grish Nation, good to see you as always in here. Appreciate you joining with me. Tim Johnson in again. Happy to have a top 5 pick. Happy to have you back in here. Michael Molden, I must have been 12 and missed getting into yours. Good luck to you too, man. Good luck to you too. Maybe we'll run another one after this. Like the video and subscribe if you want to see me do another live draft after this one. We will see what we end up doing. So we're going to free ball this one. I'll take Nico. I don't have much of Nico Collins. I feel like there's some values that are falling to me. So that's fine. That's fine with me. Keith, the big shooter. What's going on, man? Good to see you in here. In Super Beast, love your content. Well, I appreciate that. Super Beast is in here. Heck yeah, dude. Let's go. Appreciate you sticking with me. And, yeah, it really means a lot that you guys are getting these live drafts with me and enjoying the content more than anything, dude. I love the game, man. I love the game. Darnold Schwarzenegger, good to see you, my man. Good to see you. I'm trying to win that $1 million this year. Try to win that $2 million. $2 million to first place in Best Ball Mania. Maybe we'll hop into another Best Ball Mania after this one, but we're in the puppy right now, so if people want to see another live draft after this one, just like the video, subscribe, and comment what draft you want to get into next. We'll either do puppy or Best Ball Mania, whatever you guys want. Keith, the big shooter. Yep, you're in here, Super Beast. Michael Moulton sucks not being able to draft with you guys. I know, man. I was feeling that the other day when it felt like the whole chat was in a different draft altogether without me. I was feeling that FOMO, but again, we'll give it another shot after this one if people are in for it. So let me know, guys. If Zay is there, I'll take him. I'll take Zay if he's there. I'll take Lad if he's there too. All right, give me Zay. I don't have enough of Zay or Lad, really. So that's a pretty easy pick for me. Because I like Zay in best ball. Quincy Jones, cook at 6. I know, dude. That's pretty wild. That's pretty wild. Michael, keep me posted on what's going on in your draft, too. Grish Nation, as a Steelers fan, I remember you had a lot of insight on the defense last year. Any changes on that for this year? What about the offense? How do you feel about DK, Pittman, Warren, or Dowdle in redraft? Oh, man, we're getting started on the Steelers. I went on a rant with the Steelers yesterday. Man, I feel like the thing with this one is their defense is still the same, basically. They added a couple new pieces defensively, but they kept basically the same veteran bunch. They didn't let anyone walk. They didn't trade anyone. They still have the highest paid defense, and it will underperform again this year, in my opinion. Because all those guys are older, and there's a new change in regime, which could be positive because, like, Tomlin ran a crap defense last several years, so it could be a positive change, but I'll bank on it not being a net positive because they just don't have the talent as much. Like, yes, TJ Watt's a big name. Dude has gone downhill. He's been injured a lot. I like Alex Highsmith as a rusher, but he's injured a lot. I want to see more Cole Holcomb rushing off that edge. Jalen Ramsey's another year older. We have Joey Porter Jr., who is a really good player. Peyton Wilson, who is a good player. But Patrick Queen, overrated. I think it's going to be more of the same probably from a defensive perspective. From an offensive perspective, in a redraft league, I could probably get on board with like a Rico Dowdle at cost or Jalen Warren, depending on how low they are. But I think I think DK and I got sniped with Lamar. So that's just how it goes sometimes. But I'll go Swift. Okay, Loveland falling is that's not a bad value. I will say that. But I think that DK and Pittman are both going to be they're both just going to be guys that are going to be hot and cold and boom or bust. So they're better best ball plays. Redraft, the only two guys I'm probably interested would be the two running backs depending on the price. Darnold, I need to do my homework on this rookie class. I have no idea who anyone is. To break it down in short for you, the guys who really matter in 2026. Carnell Tate, who is probably going to go around this area. Jordan Tyson for the New Orleans Saints, I think is important. I think he could be a good best ball pick. Mekhi Lemon could be a decent best ball pick. Jadarian Price could be important in Seattle. And Jeremiah Love in Arizona. Those two running backs. Those are probably the big five this year from a fantasy perspective. Maybe Kenyon Sadiq can have a good year, but I would say those are the five guys that are particularly important in 2026. If Carnell Tate's there, I'll take him. Yeah. Give me Carnell Tate. I'll do that any day as my wide receiver 4. I feel good about that. I feel good about that one all day long, baby. I'm happy with that start. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Devon Achane, Nico Collins, Zay Flowers, DeAndre Swift, Carnell Tate. I'll take that. Severe Jury, Saquon, Amarian Hampton, Devonta Smith, Ted McMillan, DJ Moore, QJ, Quinshon Judkins, like that. Super Beast, JSN, Kenneth Walker, Javonte, Jalen Waddle, Watson, and Chuba, like that. Tim's got Puka, Malik Neighbors, Josh Allen, Cam, Travion, and Bashul Tootin. Hallie Lyon, Bijan, Trey McBride, Jeremiah Love, Roma Dunze, Brian Thomas Jr., and Marvin Harrison. A lot of year 3 receivers. Banking on that year 3 breakout. Got some competitive teams in here, man. Got some competitive teams. Lee G. Dope. Nice. Zion Penumbra. What's going on, man? How do you feel about Neighbors and Tucker Kraft coming back from ACL and Little supposedly ready by week 1 to 4? I'm sure you meant Kittle. Even with that torn Achilles. I'm a little on the fence drafting any of them. Don't blame you. Do not blame you at all. Malik Neighbors is the one I feel like has the highest upside. A Tucker Kraft does that position, but Malik Neighbors I think can be a top 3 wide receiver if he's healthy. Now that's been my concern for the good part of this offseason. At the beginning of the offseason, I was all in on Neighbors, but then I started hearing news about how his recovery was going. It doesn't look like it's going that well. Not that it's going terrible, but it's not like he's ahead of schedule. So that's what makes me a little nervous about Malik Neighbors. You know, I'm going to punt on quarterback, actually. I'm going to go Tucker Kraft. This will be an interesting one. But yeah, I'm a little nervous on Neighbors. I wish his price fell a little bit more, but it really hasn't. So that makes me a little nervous about him. I would like to take him still, though. Tucker Kraft, I just took him. I'm okay with it. This price is fine for me. And again, I think the upside is top 3 tight end. So I'm fine with him. Kittle's the one that worries me most. So in a redraft league, I would be very cautious picking Kittle because I think he'll still be valued as a tight end 1. And at 33-year-old tight end, man, coming off an Achilles, late season Achilles tear, I mean, in the playoffs, divisional round. I think it was wild card round, actually. That's tough, man. That's tough. I would stay away from Kittle. I understand the concerns with Neighbors and with Tucker Kraft, but at least with those guys, you can get top 3 upside at position. I think we're done with that with Kittle. So I would stay away from Kittle. Quincy Jones, best ball is the greatest tournament on earth. You're damn right about that. G-Berg Fantasy Football, what's going on, man? Good to see you in here. Appreciate you joining the stream and hanging out with me. Okay, let's see what we want to do here. Feels a little early to get Goff, but is he going to make it back is the question. I don't know if he will, but I'll tell you what, we're not going to do it. We just grabbed Swift, so we're not going to do that. We're going to grab Rico. Yes. I'm going to grab Rico Dowdle. Stay true to my Steelers roots. We'll grab Rico Dowdle, and we'll just see if Goff can make it back to us. We'll take that gamble. But I'm punting on quarterback for sure. Maury17, what's going on? What are your thoughts on Njoku and McConkey? Njoku is, we've been having kind of this debate for a while, right? Where it's like, I think Njoku is, someone had a good take, which is that Njoku could be like their every down tight end. Gadsden will be primarily on pass catching situations, and Charlie Kolar, their free agent tight end signing, will be a run blocking tight end. That is correct. He will be their run blocking tight end. Gadsden will be a predominantly pass catching guy. The only argument I have with that is that I think Njoku, at this point of his career, it's year 10. He's getting close to 30 if he's not already. And he has been injured a lot. So I don't know if I see Njoku as an every down tight end. I think Njoku will have moments. Like, he's going to take red zone targets away from Gadsden. That will happen. Is he worth investing in a redraft league? Not really. Is he worth investing in a best ball league where you get him? I'm fine with that. McConkey, on the other hand, I think he's largely unaffected by this. Gadsden is the primary guy who's affected the most. I think Ladd is, I'm comfortable with where I have him valued, and it's luckily roughly similar to the area underdog values, Matt. So I'm okay with him in an underdog draft, but when it comes to redraft, I don't remember his redraft price off the top of my head. All right, I'll go Goff. Get my first stack out of the way with Amon-Ra St. Brown. That makes me happy. But that's a good question. That Chargers room is definitely messier than it was just last week. Grant Richardson, one more draft after this. Let's raise the stakes and do a Best Ball Mania. If you guys are down, I'm down. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you want to see another Best Ball Mania draft. And if you want to see another live draft in general, just like that video, subscribe. Michael Moulton, 12th pick, went Barkley and Hampton. Need to get my Barkley up. I like that. I do too, actually. I have not taken much of Saquon. So I probably will do that more so as we move throughout the offseason. Zion Penumbra, I know you mentioned IDP a couple days ago. If you ever need a confident, strong IDP league, mine has been going strong with IDP included for 8 years now. Plus, the league has been highly recommended by FFU and Fantasy Pros, plus Scott Fish. I am also a renowned commissioner, according to FFU and ESPN, so you know you are in a trust league ran by a top commissioner, but we can talk later on it on Sleeper or Discord. I like that idea. Appreciate you keeping me in mind for that. And honestly, I might take you up on that. Let's keep in touch, because I like IDP a lot. Problem is that I've gone over this again. Like, IDP leagues, mine have always just dissipated. So to find a good one would be awesome. Let's see. I'm going to go with Wandale. Yeah. I haven't taken Wandale much at all. So we'll see how that works. Grant Richardson, this start is insane. Yes, it is, man. Yes, it is. Keith, the big shooter. I took your Chuba. I haven't taken him as much lately. I started out strong taking him all the time, but haven't taken him nearly as much lately. Luckily, we are the only two people in the community who see his value. Hopefully it stays that way. I'm kind of hoping so too, even though I'll shout it from the rooftops, I'm sure, at some point. I do think Chuba's a good value again this year. It's giving me 2024 vibes. Obviously, the value is not in the same spot it was in 2024, but still, the value at its current price, I'm in on it too. So yeah, it's our secret, Keith. It's our secret. Hugsy Skyway, you doing another? Pretty sure I'm doing another one, man. As long as we get people to like the video and subscribe, I think we're doing another one. We'll do Best Ball Mania next. Lil Samo, news on him today. On who? Give me the deets, man. Give me the deets. Give me the dirty deets. We're going to leap up around and take Cam Ward. I want to make sure he gets back to me. Super Beast, you got no tight ends. What are you going to do about that? Likely, it's a good pick. It's a good pick. Cam Ward, I want to make sure I get that stack with Carnell Tate and Wandale. G-Berg Fantasy Football. Just punt on quarterback, get dart in later rounds. I would have considered that. I just don't really have anyone to stack him with, so I'm going with guys that I can stack. But that's obviously not a bad pick. I love Dart. I think Dart's an excellent pick. Dart is one of those guys like I would take without a stack, but I just wanted to make sure I got some stacks on this team. Adrian Martinez, what's going on, man? What do I think about Jadarian Price since Charbonnet tore his ACL? I don't really like Charbonnet very much. Well, I'm sorry. I don't like him either. But pre-draft, I was not a big Jadarian Price guy. I think that price for him is crazy. What they paid for him in the NFL draft. For a backup running back, it's just crazy to me. I have not been able to get on board. Now, it doesn't mean I haven't taken him. Like, in best ball drafts, I will take him because I'm drafting so many teams. In redraft, though, I would probably try to stay away. Like, I don't think he'll be outrageously priced or anything like that, but I do think he will be one of those guys that I'll find more guys that I think are enticing over someone like him. So I'm probably going to stay away from Price in redraft leagues. I'm not going to write him off and say he's going to be terrible, but I do think Emmanuel Wilson is going to be involved in that offense plenty, especially at the beginning. So I'll probably stay away from him in redraft leagues. I got CJ Stroud to stack with Nico. I'm going to be done with quarterbacks here, and hopefully we can get some good weeks from all those guys. And then, yeah, I'm liking this team. I don't know about the Wandale pick. We'll see about that one, but I wanted to get that Cam Ward stack for sure. Tim Johnson, you from the Pittsburgh area? I'm down by Cal U. Oh, interesting. No, I'm not personally from Pittsburgh. My dad is from the Pittsburgh area. He's from Beaver Falls, to be exact. But no, I'm born and raised Texas. We're the only part of our family that is Texas, though. So, yeah, we're kind of outliers. But, yeah, my dad is from the area for sure. Gary Wilsey, my face is blocking the board. This is what people wanted, so if you guys want me to change it back, let me know. But people were complaining that my face was at the top right of the screen, blocking the actual draft board like as it goes on. Let me know what you guys prefer. People seem to be happier with me at the bottom right, but we could keep tweaking things if people don't like it here either. So let me know what consensus is. Where do you guys want my face planted on the screen? Lil Zamo, news on neighbors cleanup on the knee. Oh, what's the news? Someone tell me the news. I didn't see this news actually. So someone get me in on the deets on this one. I did not see this. Anybody got it handy? What's the Malik Neighbors news? Okay, let's see what we want to do here. Woody Marks, Hallie Lyon, you dirty, dirty dog, man. You took him from me. I wanted him. I wanted him bad. That's a bummer. That is a bummer right there. But what can you do? What can you do? Gadsden, I was secretly hoping he was going to make it back to me. I would have picked him. I would have picked Gadsden there. But what are you going to do? Again. I'm going to take Tyjae Spears. It benefits this team. Yeah, I'll take Tyjae. It makes sense with this build right here. G-Berg Fantasy Football says, he's my quarterback 4, and I think he goes as QB 11 on Underdog, so I just love the value. No, it's great value. I like his value. I don't have him as my quarterback 4, but I do love his value. I think for me, he's around like QB 7, something like that. QB 6, QB 7, that range. So I still think he's a great value even at that spot. But for you, I can totally understand. That's tremendous value. Lee G said, what's your usual advancement rate for best ball going from week 14 to 15? So last year, I think my advancement rate was really good. I think I had like a 20% advancement rate, which is good. That's well above average. Average is about 16%. So I did have a good advancement rate last year. I don't remember the year prior. I think it was actually lower than average. I think the year prior in 2024, I had like a 13% advancement rate, but that was the year I won big, so it didn't matter. So last year I had a much better advancement rate, but didn't win as much. And in 2024, I had a lower advancement rate, but won more. So, yeah, that's roughly around what it was for both those years. Okay, let's see what we want to do here. You know what? We're going to go with Nick Singleton if he's there. We're going to grab 2 Tennessee running backs and try to see if we can swing some magic from one of them. Still bumming about Woody. I miss my boy Woody Marks. Oh, no. I'm bummed about it. But I'm going to take Singleton, round out my running backs right there. We're going to stick with 5. Eric Gentry, what's going on, man? Good to see you in here. What do you think of Rico and Warren's situation in Pittsburgh for fantasy? Good question. It's one of those things where I think that both of them will have their moments, right? Like in a best ball format, I think they're both viable at their price. I personally have been favoring Rico because I think Rico is going to take more red zone work. I think he'll pound in those goal line touches. Mike McCarthy's comfortable with him because of the Dallas connection. I think Warren will be good in pass catching moments, and I think he'll have his role still. He's a good player, but I think it's going to be relatively close. That's why the reason why, if I had to pick one, I usually favor Rico just because I think he'll pound in more closer goal line touchdowns. So if I had to pick one, I'd probably stick with Rico. I'll take either Schultz or Gunnar Helm. I'm fine with either one of those guys. I'll go Gunnar Helm. Give me the upside of the younger player. I don't know if it'll work, but we're going to find out one way or another, won't we? Tim Johnson, I took Cooper. I hate drafting any Jeb, but he's like at 2% for me. Yeah, he's probably around 2% for me as well. I've probably taken 2 or 3 total of Omar Cooper. I didn't actually like the player that much pre-draft, and I definitely don't like him on the Jets, so I'm not going to take him much more than that, but I have reason to take him because I'm going to draft so many teams, so it's like, yeah, I got to have some of them. Lee G said down low better than top. That's good. Hugsy Skyway says full screen zoomed in on face, block everything else. Okay. Yeah, we can do that moving forward. Good advice for sure. Think he had a second cleanup or something, seen it on his best ball profile. Interesting. That's, I don't know how to feel about that for Malik. Yeah, like I said, man, I'm a little leery of Malik. I like him a lot, and I think the value could be decent if he hits the upside, which is top 3, but I just wish people were reacting more strongly. And that's usually how the fantasy community is. People usually overreact to this kind of stuff. So I was looking forward to getting him at a greater value. It really hasn't done anything over the last month. So I'm just disappointed more than anything with the lack of movement on his value. Hopefully at some point or in the offseason he can become a lower price, because I would like to do more Malik Neighbors teams. I really would. Tyreek gets sniped, but that's okay. I wasn't actually going for him because I'm going for Tank Dell, that stack there with CJ Stroud. Makes sense for this build, so that's what I'm doing. Keith the Big Shooter, yep, confirming. He just had a procedure done. Recovery's coming along slowly. Doubt about his availability for week 1. That's what I had heard. That's why I'm wanting people to fade him, because this was out there a month ago. Like, not the procedure, but the doubt about the week 1, that was out there for a while. So I'm hoping he can go start to fall at some point, but man, it's been a month and people have not been fading him at all. And just a reminder, we're going to go with another Best Ball Mania after this, so get ready for that Best Ball Mania. It's a good time to go in the description, grab the link that's there, grab the code that's there, sign up for Underdog if you want to get in on the action too. When you use that link, Underdog will give you $50 back in your account when you get in one Best Ball Mania tournament. No questions asked. I will also potentially give you a free hat. 1 in 4 chance at a free hat if I hit 40 signups on Underdog before June 17th. So it really is a good time to get in on this draft. And we're going to hop into Best Ball Mania next. All right, what are we looking at here? So Detroit, Tennessee, Houston stacks. If I can get any, I will. But none of them are really speaking to me right now, so I'm just going to free ball this one. You know what? I'm going to grab Elijah Surratt. I really liked him pre-draft. Going to see if I get some red zone opportunities out of him. Going to see if it'll work out. Howie Line said, can't let you have the legend that is Woody Marks. You just know me too well, man. You know me too well. All these guys out here trying to take my precious Woody Marks from me. Which is interesting. I have not drafted Tyreek once today. Unless I'm forgetting. We have been live for over 2 hours now, so I might just be forgetting. G-Berg Fantasy Football. Neighbors had scar tissue removed from his knee, but recovery timeline still not changed. Yep. I hope he starts to fall, man. Not that I'm not a believer. I just want that price to go down so we can get a better value potentially. Keith the Big Shooter got me on the Wandale. We're even. Yup. We might be even. I don't know. You got me pretty good the other time. I don't know if we're even yet. We'll have another go around next time. We'll see who gets really even. What do we want to do here? I don't really have allegiance to anybody, to be honest with you. I don't feel good enough about any of these stack options. So I'm just going to go a little bit random here. Pick someone that's not being drafted. And I'm going to go with Luke McCaffrey. That's the team right there, baby. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Devon Achane, Nico Collins, Zay Flowers, DeAndre Swift, Carnell Tate, Tucker Kraft, Rico Dowdle, Jared Goff, Wan'Dale Robinson, Cam Ward, CJ Stroud, Tyjae Spears, Nick Singleton, Gunnar Helm, Tank Dell, Elijah Surratt, and Luke McCaffrey. Let me know what you think of this team. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel to show your support. We will wait until this draft ends, and then we'll hop into Best Ball Mania after this. So if you want a chance to get in with me on a draft, let's go get in on the Best Ball Mania draft together. Let's see what we get here with the last pick, and then we will move on to Best Ball Mania. Reminder, if you want in on this draft and you're new, and you want a chance at a free hat, there's a link in the description and a code there for you to join Underdog. Grab that, use the code. Underdog will give you $50 back into your account when you get in on Best Ball Mania just once. You'll get a chance at a free hat. We're waiting on 11 people, so go ahead. Hop in this Best Ball Mania pool. And if I hit 40 signups on Underdog before June 17th, I will give away 10 free hats, 10 free fantasy roundup hats. They're burning a hole in my pocket, so let's get that going because it's a good deal we're running right now. Underdog gives you free money, and I'm throwing away free hats. Waiting on 8 people, so let's get this lobby full, guys. And we will start out this Best Ball Mania. L3G4L. We know you like Emmanuel Wilson so much, you even draft him in the 7th. I was hoping people were going to forget about that one. You just had to bring it back. Oh my gosh, that moment gave me nightmares that night. I was like tossing and turning. I like woke up from my sleep one night because I was like, I just took Emmanuel Wilson in the 7th freaking round. Waiting on 5 people, guys. Let's fill this lobby up, baby. Let's do it. John Foster, Team 1. Let's go. Hallie Line did not mean to draft Gino, but maybe it'll work. I'm hopeful for you. Hopeful for you. Because I wouldn't have done it either. Adrian Martinez, do you think Chris Rodriguez will have more touches this season? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely he will. I mean, I just saw a report that they think he may be the lead back in Jacksonville. So, for those of you who have been drafting Bashul Tootin, I'd maybe grind not to a halt necessarily, but I would slow down on it a little bit because I think it could turn into a little bit of a disaster. I do think it has that potential. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'd be a little hesitant on doing that personally because Chris Rodriguez at cost is much better than Bashul Tootin at cost for sure. Tim Johnson, I think I'm in this one drinking a White Claw to someone picking $1 million roster. $2 million roster. $2 mil. That's what we're playing for on Best Ball Mania, guys. It's an insane amount what you can do. You can literally retire your wife if you want to. 2 mil to first, 1 mil to second, 500K to third. I mean, so on and so forth. The prize pool is insane. If you just make the finals, which is 667 people, you'll get $37.50 back. So on a $25 investment, that's pretty good. We're waiting on 2 people, man. Come on, fill this up. All right, we are full. Let's go. We are full, baby. Let's see who made it and who did not. TBJ's back in. Who all got in? Let me know if you were able to get in this pool with me. I got a top 3 pick. I'm happy about that. I'll take that all day long, baby. I'll take that all day long. I'll take either Bijan or Gibbs. I don't have a preference. Actually, I do have a preference right now. Trying to even out. Jeez. I had a massive burp there. Internal burp. I do have a preference, though. I'm trying to even out my Bijan and Gibbs shares, but I'll take either one for sure. Gibbs, I'll take it. Keeps evening out my share of Gibbs and Bijan. Give me that Gibbs, baby. Tim Johnson, love having the second pick. Good luck. You as well, man. You as well. Good luck at the 8th pick. Let me know who else was able to get in here. JT goes number 3. Ooh. Push JSN back to the 106. That's interesting. That is interesting right there. Legalize it. What's going on? I just put that together. Legalize it. Oh, damn. 3 minutes behind. Name is Legalize It, if that helps. Yeah, I just put 2 and 2 together like an idiot. That's a blonde moment right there. I didn't even see that one. I like that. That's nice. Anonymous Lig. I'm in at 4. Oh, heck yeah, dude. Let's go. Let's go. We're probably coming up on 3 hours, man. What a day. What a day, man. Wednesday, it's a beautiful day. And we're here drafting with you guys. Let's keep talking ball. Keep sending me your questions. Let's keep talking ball. I'm having a great time. Okay. Saquon, James Cook go at the 112 and the 201. Very nice. Let's see what we want to do here. We could possibly do the Josh Allen situation. We could. If we get Josh Allen, that's what we'll do. Trey McBride still on the board. That's interesting. Nope, he went right before me. That's okay. Wasn't planning on doing that anyways. I'll go Drake London. And then if Josh Allen's there, I'll do it. I'll do it. Pickens goes. Nico goes. So I'll take Josh Allen, and we will follow this draft strategy right here, which is what we were doing earlier. This is one of the best historical best ball draft strategies ever. RB1 round 1, wide receiver 1 round 2. We've done that. Quarterback 1 round 3. We just did that. So now we're going wide receiver in round 4 and 5. Very strong best ball draft strategy historically there. So that's what we're going to try to do. Grant Richardson, don't want to be the bad news guy, but I read today that Gibbs could miss 2 weeks with a low-grade ankle injury. 2 weeks as in just the offseason? Because that doesn't bother me too much. That's fine. it's still plenty early to where I don't feel like that matters too much. Obviously, we don't want it lingering throughout the offseason, but I'm okay with just missing a couple weeks here in May. That's fine. Tim Johnson, don't love Henry, but I'll draft him until he's not Derrick Henry. I mean, that's not a bad pick. The way I put this one earlier this offseason when I've talked about him is the thing with Henry is that I think he will, when he drops off, because obviously it's going to happen. Father time comes for all. When he drops off, it will be dramatic and it will be because of injury. That's my prediction. He gets another big injury and he's just not the same after that. I don't think it's going to be like one of those, yeah, he's going to be this year, he'll be like the RB17 or something like that. And then the next year, he'll be like the RB30. I don't think that's going to happen. I think he'll get injured and that'll pretty much be the end. The first game of the season will be a Super Bowl rematch between the Patriots and the Seahawks. I just saw that alert. I don't know how that is, though, because I think the first game of the season is the Rams and 49ers. I don't know how that is. Maybe the preseason game? Zion Penumbra. Man, I see Achane going later than I have him going. I feel he will eat more than their current ADP suggests. He should be at the start of round 2 or back of round 1. Yeah, he was like that for a while, and then he's kind of been dropping a little bit for some reason. I mean, I think people are naturally scared off by Miami's offense a little bit because it makes sense. Like, Miami's offense is awful. He is everything. And that makes me worried that they'll drive him into the ground a little bit. But if he can stay healthy, which is what we're shooting for, the upside is there. So your point is right on. So, yeah, we'll just have to see if he ends up staying healthy. That's what it comes down to. If he stays healthy, he'll be great. He's just too good of a player. I'm good with I'm good with Mike, but we're going to go ahead and grab DJ Moore to make sure we get a stack with Allen. If Mike's there as my wide receiver too, that makes me happy. And I'll go Waddle or Adams if he's not there. Switch things up a little bit. Zion Penumbra, love the draft strategy, by the way. Heck yeah, man. Appreciate that. I mean, it's just something that's historically done well, so I didn't come up with it. Micah KYT, Seahawks play the first game of the season on a Wednesday. I thought it was the Rams and 49ers. Is it the Rams Seahawks? I don't know. Yeah, but that's what I was thinking. Jalen Waddle. I'll do it. Why not? Why not? So we fulfilled the prophecy. We went running back round 1, wide receiver round 2, Josh Allen, quarterback round 3, DJ Moore to stack with him, and Jalen Waddle rounds 4 and 5. So we fulfilled the prophecy. Let me know what you think at the start. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Help me get to 30K subs ASAP. Help me get close to 100 likes. One of these days, we're going to hit the 100 likes on the stream, and I'm going to give away 2 free hats. And it's going to be a glorious day for everybody involved. Zion Penumbra, what you mean? Of course you came up with it. That's why we watch. Good man. Good man. Tim Johnson, any late round receiver sleepers? I've been taking a lot of Chris Bell because of how ambiguous the wide receivers in Miami are. Even with Willis, could be the number 1. Yeah, I think late round sleepers, Tyreek Hill is definitely one of my favorites. I've been taking him all off season. I think he'll be a Chief, though. That's my prediction is Tyreek is going to be a Chief. Tank Dell is one of my favorites as well. I really like Skylar Bell in Buffalo. I think he's a top tier sleeper pick. Um, who else do I like? Jacoby Lane in Baltimore. I think he's a good sleeper pick. Those are a couple later round ones that I really like, and I've been taking quite a bit. So it depends ultimately who my quarterback is, which is like the direction I'll choose to go with from that wide receiver perspective. But I do think ultimately, if I had to pick right now, Tyreek and Tank Dell are easily my two favorites. Good question, though. I do think on the point of Miami, yeah, Miami is a fine. I've targeted Malik Washington quite a bit. I've targeted Caleb Douglas, Rackham Tech, quite a bit. I'm not the biggest Chris Bell guy, I'll be honest with you. I didn't really like him as a prospect. He's injured right now, so he may not even play a bunch this year. He's going to lose a lot of time at the very least at the beginning of the offseason. So, not the biggest Chris Bell shot taker, but I don't fault anyone who does because, again, it is a very open receiver room. I still think they're going to get a Deebo Samuel. Like, the receivers on the market, Tyreek is not coming back. Diggs is not a Miami guy. I mean, he probably would want to be, but I don't think they'd want him in Miami because he's very similar to Tyreek with all the off-field stuff at this point. I think Deebo makes a lot of sense, personally. Keenan Allen would also make sense if he wanted to go out to Miami, but kind of feel like he's either Chargers or retire. All right, let's see what we want to do here. If Chuba's available, I'll go with Chuba. I am also good with Marvin. I'm good with Alec Pierce, my wide receiver 4. I could be okay with Parker Washington as my wide receiver 4 as well. I haven't taken him much, and I don't have a problem with that price. But I'm going Chuba. I'm going Chuba for sure. Let's see. I'll take either Alec Pierce or Parker Washington here and be happy with that. I'll go Parker Washington, man. That's fine with me. Parker Washington is my wide receiver 4. I'm definitely comfortable with that. Zion Penumbra, what is better to reach you, Sleeper or Discord? When it comes to inviting people to my leagues, I like to normally call them to give them that personal touch versus a wall of text. Price Sleeper is a better way to reach me. And my why am I blanking? My username is CigarKing123. It's a good username, right? Mike OK YT, Wednesday, September 9th, 5 p.m. Pacific time. Seahawks are playing TBD. It must be the Patriots because I just got a notification on my phone from Sleeper that the Patriots and the Seahawks are the first game of the season. So that must be what it is. Someone go check that and see if that news checks out because Sleeper's usually early. They're usually the first ones on the case. So I usually trust Sleeper pretty well. Adrian Martinez, Malik Neighbors went under the second knee surgery recently. Yeah, we were talking about that a little bit ago. It makes me nervous, man. I wish people would start dropping him in ADP. Maybe after that news, it'll start to happen. But Neighbors went at the 19th in this draft, so maybe he'll start dropping. I'll be comfortable if he starts dropping to like the third round. Then I'll start taking a lot more shots on him. Manungai goes after RJ Harvey. Rico Dowdle goes to the 90th. Let's see what we want to do here. I was thinking maybe Trevor would fall to me, but that's okay. We won't go with Trevor because I don't need him. I'll go with Bo to stack with Waddle. Adrian, I know that's going to make you cringe, but the value on Bo is very good. I will say the value is very good right now. It is. Well, I was going to go with Pitts, so that's a little bit of a snipe. I'll go with Corum. I'll be done with quarterbacks. I was going to go Pitts there. Got sniped. But life happens, man. Life happens. Tim Johnson, any thoughts on the Chicago backfield? I never mind going with Kyle where he goes. Kyle's one of my most drafted running backs. I think that the Chicago backfield is one of the top ones to invest in. 2 out of 3 of my most drafted running backs are the Bears running backs. I've got a good amount of Swift, and I've got a really good amount of Manungai. I think they're both great picks. To be honest, there's just one guy over the last 10 years who's been able to sustain it with 2 running backs who are both relevant in fantasy football. And I'm talking 2 guys who were top 15 guys. And it's Ben Johnson. So I like the Chicago running back for that reason. The only other guy who I would trust is Mike McDaniel because he was able to do it with Raheem Mostert and Devon Achane, but Achane wasn't really healthy that full season, so we didn't get a top 15 season from Achane. But he probably would have been had he been healthy. But yes, I really like the Chicago running backs. Manungai's price is excellent to me. And if you want reassurance on that, I put a video out yesterday going through the best discounts in both best ball and redraft. Manungai's in on that video. Go check that video out after the live stream and go see where his redraft price is, dude. His redraft price is nice. Okay, Tyler Shuck goes to the Olave team. Let's see what are you doing? Amon-Ra, Derrick Henry, Travis Etienne, Garrett Wilson, Rome, Jaden Daniels. Nice. Jaden Reed, Kyle Monungai, QJ, Chris Rodriguez. Ooh. Homie Claus, Jamar, Rashee Rice, Devonta. That could be a lethal pack. You got the Burrow stack with Jamar. That is lethal. And Mahomes with Rashee Rice. That could be a good team, man. That could be a good one. All right, let's see what we want to do. I'm going to go ahead and grab Kincaid to go with Josh. If Bill is there, I'll consider Bill, but I'm going to probably leap up a little bit and take Jonah Coleman. Not that I think he's like super worth it. It's just that I want another Denver running back to go with this Denver stack I got going on. So I'll take Jonah Coleman. Might be ill-advised to take him that high, but I think it's fair in that range. GoldenEye, what's going on, man? Good to see you. If I got a late first-round pick, would you go Hampton first round over, say, a wide receiver like CeeDee Lamb or Neighbors in redraft? It's a good question. I don't think I'd go with him over CeeDee Lamb. I could be talked into it, man. The reason I'm reluctant right now to answer that question is not because I don't like the question. It's more so just that come August, when you're actually in redraft leagues, a lot of things are going to change. So as of right now, I would probably pick CeeDee Lamb. Then I would take Hampton over Neighbors because of this Neighbors injury news. But things can flip. If we learn that Neighbors is going to be ready to start the season and he looks healthy, Neighbors probably is going to be my top pick over Hampton. And Hampton could be above CeeDee at that point. So they're close, I will tell you that. In my personal rankings, it goes CeeDee, then it goes Hampton, then it goes Neighbors. But things are going to change. So that's why I'm a little reluctant to answer it right now in redraft. Just because best ball season, like that's what we're drafting right now. And things are just going to change come redraft time. So I'll reserve the right to change my opinion. Right now I would go CeeDee, then Hampton, then Neighbors. But again, things will change. Anonymous Lig, appreciate you. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you being here. By the way, guys, if you haven't done it already and you've enjoyed the stream, we've been running about 3 hours now. So please drop a like. Please subscribe to the channel. Help me hit 30K subs ASAP. Help me get closer to 100 likes on the stream. Doesn't look like it's going to be the day that we give away those free hats, but hey, help me get close because one of these days we're going to hit 100 likes on the stream and we're going to give away those hats and it's going to be a glorious day for all involved. So please like the video, subscribe to the channel. Likely goes at the middle of the 12th to Tim, which is good. It's a good pick. Tim doesn't have any stacks yet, it doesn't look like. No, it doesn't look like it. He's going all in on Jaden. I like it. Okay, let's see. What do you guys think that I'm thinking right now? If you were thinking I'm thinking about Woody Marks, you would be correct. I gotta do it, man. I gotta do it. Got to. I'm a Woody Marks guy, and I can't deny it. So we'll be done with running backs. We'll go with 5 running backs again. Done a lot of 5 running back builds in this one, in this live stream today, but we ball. We'll go either Gadsden or Chig. I'm comfortable in this range picking either one of these guys. We'll go Gadsden. Stop the Chig train for a little bit. I'm liking this. I'm liking this team. Gibbs, London, Josh Allen, DJ Moore, Jalen Waddle, Chuba, Parker Washington, Bo Nix, Blake Corum, Dalton Kincaid, Jonah Coleman, Woody Marks, and Aronde Gadsden. I'll take that. I'll take that right now. Bayou Bengal FN, good to see you in here, man. Good to see you. It's been a little bit. Appreciate you joining for the stream. Probably would have been more incentivized to take Pacheco, but I don't care that much about getting that handcuff to Gibbs. Doesn't really bother me. Mendoza goes to the top of the 14th. I saw Kirk Cousins pick in this live stream today. I don't remember when, but I do remember seeing Kirk Cousins go. Antonio Williams, there is the, well, no. Antonio Williams goes right after Chig, so you did get a stack there with Chig. Also got Bryce Young. Zion Penumbra, where would you want to take Hubbard in redraft? Think he'll be a top 16? I don't think he'll be going as a top 16 back in redraft, so I don't think I have to worry about that. Would I take him in the top 16? He'd be on the border. That might be pushing it a little bit too much for me, but probably not. I still probably would take him around that range, but luckily I don't think we're going to have to. I think we're going to be able to get him in probably like the RB 22 to like 26 range. That's my guess is where he's going to go. Now, obviously, he'll be higher priced in redraft leagues from an ADP standpoint, but I do think that's probably where he'll go. Let's go with Debo. Because why not? Oh, my wife said my new studio sign has arrived. Nice. I'm excited about that. So the old fantasy or football Fanalist Network sign is coming down, guys. That sign's coming down. The new fantasy football roundup sign is going up. I'm going to take Jerry Jeudy. I don't think I've taken Jeudy yet. Yeah, we'll do that. Kawasu, holy cow, we're still live. Let's go. Oh yeah, baby. We just came up on 3 hours, dude. We've been running a long time. This has been a long one today, but you guys have made it fun, man. You guys have been drafting with me all day, so I appreciate you guys being in here. Like the video if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. We're on hour number 3 right now, baby. It's been a good day. It's been a good day of drafting. We've got a lot of values. We've got a lot of good teams that I will be very happy about, I think, when the time comes. So, I'm pretty happy with how things are going. Let me just tell you. We will be... I'll tell you what. We were asked earlier about Evan Ingram, since he's an undrafted player nobody's paying attention to. Since we have Bo Nix, if he is still around come round 18 or so, we'll probably target Ingram in this one. Rodgers and Jeremy Bernard stack. 15th, 16th round range. We'll see if Rodgers ends up coming back. I'm getting less and less confident in my guarantee earlier this offseason that Rodgers will be a Steeler again. And at this point, as a Steelers fan, I'm hoping he just says, you know what? Screw you guys. Figure it out. But that's a different conversation for another day. From a fantasy perspective, I definitely want Rodgers to be the guy for the Steelers. I definitely do. Tank Dell goes. Bummer, but we can live with that. Let's see what we want to do here. Yeah, I mean, it just makes the most sense. I'll take Skylar Bell, and maybe I'll take Troy Franklin this time. Maybe I'll just see if he can create lightning in a bottle, be better than or Pat Bryant, which I think Pat Bryant is the one that Sean Payton prefers more. Just my hunch. Okay, we're going to take Franklin first and foremost. And then we will take Skylar Bell if he's there. And we're going to leave Tyreek Hill again on the board. Just the way things shook out today. We didn't take Tyreek Hill once. 3 hours we've been streaming. 3 hours. And I have not taken Tyreek Hill one time. Let that sink in. I have been all over Tyreek Hill all offseason, and I did not take him one time. Not once. That's wild for me, man. That's wild for me. If Evan Ingram is there, I will take him to end this off. We talked about him earlier. It makes sense that I have Bo Nix on the team, so we'll do it. Fido Beto said, good voodoo, send good vibes over here, man. Appreciate ya. Kawasu, the Steelers are uninstalling Allard for what it's worth. I did see that earlier today, actually. And quite frankly, they need to do that because I do think Allard was taught a lot of bad things over in Penn State. I think Penn State's garbage. My dad and I were talking about that the other day when we were golfing. Penn State, you can count on them just like taking a dump in their pants in a big game. That's just what they do. Like that is what they do. So I wouldn't put it past them to be the ultimate culprit of why Drew Aller had a lot of mental lapses and just mechanical lapses. So makes a lot of sense to me, and it honestly kind of gives me a little bit of hope for Aller. I mean, Mike McCarthy has he's been branding himself as like this quarterback developer. So as a Steelers fan, I'm hoping that that's real because from my eyes, the untrained eye, got Rodgers at a young age, but Rodgers worked without McCarthy for the first several years of his career. McCarthy was still in San Francisco when he was first drafted by Green Bay, working with a different quarterback coach. So he kind of got Rodgers in a better place of his career. Got Dak. Obviously, Dak was fully cooked. Made him better probably, but I wouldn't say developed him. So hopefully, and obviously he claims that he developed Joe Montana when he got Joe Montana at the end of his career. So hopefully he's right and he actually is a quarterback developer. Fido Beto, go blue, up North Michigan. There you go, man. There you go. My family and yours would feud for sure. My family, I got a bunch of Ohio State fans in the family. But everybody's welcome over here on my channel because I got no skin in the game. Kawasu says, Penn State and the Bills have a lot in common. Tons of talent, lose when it matters most. Ooh, that's depressing, man. That's depressing, I will say. That's ruthless, man. But unfortunately, I cannot argue with that for you. Your Bills have done that a lot. Tim Johnson says, love anyone shitting on Penn State. Yeah, I mean, my dad is from Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, so it's like, you think maybe he's a Penn State fan? No. Like, Penn State, they lose when it matters most. They do. GoldenEye, the Big Ten is all about playing easy schedules to make the playoffs. Joking. Obviously, you're joking. Used to be people would say that, but these days the Big Ten really is the best conference. Like I know, like I'm in SEC territory, and people down here in Texas are all still about the SEC, but SEC's losing the NIL game. They are. A lot of their schools are, at least. Now you've got teams like Texas A&M, who's got plenty of money. Texas has plenty of money, obviously. You know, LSU's got plenty of money. Like those schools have plenty of money, but a lot of teams, they do. Fido Beto, Redskins loins fan. I love that. All right, there we go, man. That's the last draft of the day. We've been 3 hours strong. Appreciate all y'all being here. We got Gibbs, London, Josh Allen, DJ Moore, Jalen Waddle, Chuba Hubbard, Parker Washington, Bo Nix, Blake Corum, Dalton Kincaid, Jonah Coleman, Woody Marks, Aronde Gadsden, Debo Samuel, Jerry Jeudy, Troy Franklin, Skylar Bell, and Evan Ingram to round us out. Appreciate you guys being in here with me today for a long one. Like the video on your way out. Subscribe to the channel on your way out to show support. And we'll be back tomorrow. Honestly, I could keep going today. I just got to go let the dogs out. And, yeah, it was a good one today, guys. So I'll see you guys tomorrow around this same time frame. Peace out. See you guys tomorrow.